H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it is Wednesday. Wow. Oh, I thought that was on me. That's on my screen. I'm sorry. It's Wednesday. Wow. Women Rock Wednesday. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Women Rock. We celebrated women all the time, but on this day, just a special day that it's Women Rock Wednesday. I got a couple of women that really, really rock that I want to talk about today too. I'm just going through it. But today, let me take a look at my board over here. Let me see all the women that have signed into the. What's up there, Herbie? Wait till I get to the women. I'm gonna talk to you fellas in a second. Here we go. Let me find y'all. We got to find 5 women before the show starts. Hold on. We got Dale Griggs, starting 5. Hold on. Brandon Nicholson in the building. Sonia Billings in the building. Oh my God, the girls! Oh my God! Hold on. Let me see if I see somebody on this other side over here. No, I don't see her, but I see some new people. I see you out there, Errol. What's up, Herb? I see you fellas over there. Share the show. Everybody share the show right quick. Especially, matter of fact, I haven't went to YouTube and shared the show. Let me see, can I? Y'all hear me talking? See, my YouTube is a little bit delayed on this, so let me share. Let me see, can I share something right quick? No, I ain't gonna do it right there. Hold on. I just want to share. You know, it's Women Rock with. I'm just so excited. Some stuff I want to share with y'all. It's a powerful woman that I don't think a lot of us talk about, I know about. And I've spoken on her a little bit before, but I didn't. I'm gonna just tell you, I didn't speak on her enough. And contemporary woman, not no woman of history. It's a woman you can put your hands on and be able to touch. I'm trying to get her on the show. Made that call this morning. And it's just, y'all is just amazing that the things we can do. What's up, Mr. Haggerty? I just, I don't want to go there yet, but we're going to talk about it. I'm just waiting on all my women to get in here yet. We need 2 more? 2 more? I'm just waiting on 2 more women. But Aaron Judge was a hit. The Judge was at it last night. Hit 2 homers last night to 57. He's 4 home runs away from shy of a AL single season record. by Roger Maris, I think 60. You remember they used to have an asterisk about Roger Maris, and they got a movie out about it. But I want to share. It's a couple of images I want to share, and I want people to see it. It's just not enough. So let's share the show. Or should I just start the show back over and just wait till everybody get ready to come? Y'all let me know. It's a couple of things I just want to share with y'all. And if you're learning how to play golf, do me a favor. You're learning how to play. Okay? Ran into this yesterday. Don't come out there, man, unless you've read books on the subject. Look at Trey. Read books on the subject, been around seasoned golfers and experienced golfers. Don't just come out there, because it's a lot of etiquette of the game that you have to learn. Number one, slow play. Slow play is a no, man. Ed Russell, I had a single in front of us, and we was playing a double. And he was just sitting there, just taking his little happy ass time like ain't nobody behind him. Listen, when you learn how to play golf, go with a seasoned person. Read you some books on the history of the game. Don't just buy you some clubs and take your butt out there. Learn the etiquette of the game. Oh, y'all can't hear me. Yeah, you can't hear me. Everybody else can hear me. Can't hear me? Robert, can you hear me? Nicholas Best, you got to fix your equipment, doc. Everybody else, anybody out there can't hear me other than Nicholas Best? Let me know. Anybody? Robert Young hear me. Robert Young, can you hear me? Robert Carroll, happy birthday, baby. I gave you a shout out yesterday, but hey, you so cold, your birthday. Nicholas Best, fix your equipment over there, man. Because all my vitals over here are working well. Okay? Fix your stuff over there. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Barry. Barry, well, where my girls at? Barry, before, okay, but let me go here and tell my girl. Y'all let me know when 5 women get in the feed. Okay, let me know. Brandy, I know I be trying to introduce and want people to play this game. But don't take your butt out there, man, if you don't know what the hell you doing. Don't take your butt out there. This dude out there like this was his backyard. Going through man, if you don't hit the damn ball. Happy Women Rock wins. Hey, Marissa, I'm just, because I know a lot of people like Kevin Freeman and a few other people, they said, man, they got into golf because I talk about it on this show. I want y'all to get into it, but go read some books on it. I promise you, I read every book in the downtown library on golf before I ever went out. I just wanted to know about the history of the game. I like to know about it. I like to be prepared. Shout out to Tay Wilson. Have a great day. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Shantae. If it's her birthday today is Rosie, so you can. Happy birthday, Rosie! Oh my God, Miss Rose is off the chain. Happy birthday. Yeah, Robert Carroll, man. I talked about you yesterday. Oh, Marissa in the building. Hold on, Marissa. Will somebody count the women up for me? Because I got something for the women, and I need more than just, let me see, I got Marissa. Marissa, call your girlfriends. Marissa. Okay, who else I got? I know. Where's Mindy? I got Sonia. That Dale. I love that Dale and that Sonia. And Brandy. That's it. I ain't got enough yet. I ain't got enough. Yeah, but Marissa, all I want you to do, go with some seasoned golfers. They're going to tell you how to repair the divots and how to repair the... Daggone Nissa! I love a Nissa Bill. Oh, my God. Hey, y'all, listen to me, women. Women, y'all got to... Y'all got, it's some stuff I want to share. This stuff just for y'all today. But these guys can get it too. But it's some things I want to talk to y'all about. It's some stuff that's on my heart, and I want to share with the women today. Uh, so let's go. So, but we was talking about golf. I got that out the way. But y'all remember when I was talking about images? Let me go over here. Uh, I was talking about. Y'all remember I was talking about images? Let me see. Oh, here we go. Uh, I was talking about images and things like that. Talking about how images matter. What I put the image of the black coaches behind us, and that matters. Houston is the only place in America, only place in the world that has a black head coach as a basketball team, professional basketball team, the professional football team, the professional baseball team, and to add on to that, they got a black mayor. We have a black mayor. Let me see it. Let me get your point here. Who is that? Mark Edwards saying. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Hey, Dr. Green. Thank you, Dr. Green. That's my sixth later. Now I can talk. But y'all remember, because I always talk about images. And that's why the stuff we say, we got to watch what we say sometimes. But images are so important. And I was saw something the other day. And I just want to share this with y'all today. We'll talk about it, Mark, in a minute. Representations matters. Where you see a person, watch these little babies, man. I'm going to show y'all how what we do and what we say, share the show. I mean, this show should be shared. Mate. Check this out. Let me see. Did y'all see that? And I know we just out here do stuff and people get mad because I like to show certain things. I like to show certain. It's a friend of mine. Is doing is treating a movie about the summer basketball community, and he called and gave me some of the stuff. See, when you call and ask me about something, I'm not all the time gonna tell you what you hear. What you want to hear. I'm gonna just tell you, if you call and ask me, I'm gonna give you my opinion. So he called me, share the show, y'all. This is unbelievable. So he called me. It's gonna be a movie out about summer basketball. And he kept telling me about the plot. I said, hold up, plot. Doc. Why are the powerful people, you're a black man, why are the powerful people in this thing are white? This is your movie. You can do whatever you want to in your movie. Put on a different lens. Well, man, I said, you call and ask me, bro. So guess what? He called me yesterday. Said they retreated it and redid it and made sure and took in account what I said, because what? Images matter. Y'all feeling me? Images matter. Show it again. Y'all understand what I'm saying? King Sticks, we'll talk about that old Dallas Cowboy mess later. We ain't worried about that mess right now. We talking about something else right now. When we are in power. I had a weird feeling watching that. Happy to see the joy on those little girls' faces. But I was frustrated that it's taken this long to get a black Disney princess. You have a whole audience that's been completely neglected for decades. Unbelievable. But when we are in power, like my friend that called me, Mark Edwards, man, I'm doing this movie, bragging about the movie and telling me what you think. I'm listening. I wasn't impressed. Because where are the black guys that are in power? Black guys are empowered in summer basketball. But you failed to mention them. Man, this is just I said, you failed to mention them. He went back and called me yesterday and said he understood, he heard me. He didn't hear me in the beginning, but I guess his conscience got to him. Because when you ask, I get you ask me for my advice, I'm gonna give it to you. And then I think about my man Richard Williams. Never forget this. I love a father who understands and supports his children. Women Rock Wednesday. Women Rock Wednesday. This Venus Williams' father, he schools this white journalist on how to interview a 14-year-old black girl. Watch this. To know you. Unbelievable. Richard Williams. They might forget about you when they got all them people in the box. And they got all them Chris Everett on the call when your daughter's playing. But I'll never forget you, Mr. Williams. Daddies, fathers. That's why we got to do. Shout out to the WNBA game last night. Oh my God. Listen to me, y'all. I didn't know. Trey Phillips, I blame you, Trey Phillips. I didn't know Chelsea Gray was that good. I did not know. I did not know she was that good. I promise you, I did not know this girl had a game like that. But last night in the WNBA, Chelsea Gray, Palm, and Asia Wilson, that ace trio, they scored or assisted on 76 points. The Connecticut Sun only had 71 points. I did not know Chelsea Gray that good. I did not know. She looked like she about to fall over every time she walked. I didn't know she was that good. But ladies, I got to share something with y'all about this lady. This lady, I got to talk about her. I'm so excited to talk about her. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Cynthia Marshall. When I say that name, does it ring a bell? I've said it on a couple of Wednesdays before. Time magazine got an article on her talking about cancer, discrimination, and toxic culture, and how the Dallas Mavericks CEO beat them all. Cynthia, Cint Marshall, they call her Cint. I know some friends of hers, was hired by the Dallas Mavericks owner, Mark Cuban, to take over as CEO in 2018, becoming the first black woman to ever head up an NBA team. In her new book, You've Been Chosen, she details the unlikely things for which she has been chosen. From a difficult and abusive childhood to a full scholarship at the University of California at Berkeley, to an executive suite at AT&T. Along the way, she endured 3 miscarriages, one of which nearly killed her, and the loss of her newborn daughter. The book also details the adoption of her 4 children and her successful battle with stage 3 cancer. Marshall spoke to Time about her religious beliefs and how it shaped her perspectives on obstacles she had faced in life and at work. Her efforts to change the culture of the Dallas Mavericks and why she believes everyone is chosen. Unbelievable. Dorothy Green said, she been watching the Aces. I was at the game. Oh, okay. Awesome. The game last night, the WNBA game last night. And I'm going to go back to Cent. The WNBA game last night had 10,000 people at that game, Dorothy Green. 10,136, a record. But I go. Let me tell you about this woman, y'all. Dorothy Green, you need to hear about this woman. Ain't too many like her. I'm trying to ask her some questions. Time magazine. Check this out. Let me go here. First question was, you're the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks. Do y'all remember? Let me give y'all some history. Let me show you how important this is. The Dallas Mavericks was also, and the reason I'm talking about this, the Phoenix Suns stuff that happened, the Dallas Mavericks had a toxic work environment too. The young women were scared to get on the damn elevator because they know the president around there would group them in the elevator if they on the elevator by themselves. I mean, it was a running joke. Girl, don't get on the elevator with him by himself. The Dallas Mavericks had the worst misogynistic environment. I mean, history. They were going to take that franchise away from Mark Cuban. They was on the outs. So they hired Cynthia Marsh. Y'all got to always remember, when you need to fix a problem, you got to call on mama. You got to call on a black woman. When the problems need to be fixed, when the problem in Georgia, we needed to get them votes in Georgia, we had to call on Miss Abrams. We got a woman vice president. Y'all hear me? What? Mark Cuban was in trouble. They was acting a fool up there in Dallas. It was a good old boys club. Whatever the guys want to do, the women just got to get. They called on this woman. Listen, she's a when I get to showing you who she is, I didn't do her justice a long time ago. So I don't care. You can tune off. She getting justice today. The guy said, you are the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, which is the kind of job that some people dream of having. But I think it's fair to say that this was not necessarily your childhood dream. He said, is that true? This is the Time magazine. Hey, Jonathan Bob. This Time magazine. Asking a question. She said, that's true. I really didn't know that kind of job exists. About 15, 20 years ago, I spoke somewhere. Forgot what city was in. Forgot the city was in. Probably in Atlanta. And a group of kids. And guess what? The kids didn't even know of what a sports agent, let's own a black one, was. Images matter. He asked Cynthia, what was the learning curve like? She said, I did have some heavy lifting to do because we were in the process of having to transform the organization and deal with some long-standing issues. You see how she put it? Toxic ass environment, the Dallas Mavericks, y'all. She put it nicely, but I don't have to. Them dudes up there acting crazy. They treating women any kind of way if you want to work there. The girls want the job. Who wouldn't want to work for the Dallas Mavericks? You got Dirk. You got all them people on there. You want to work for them, but you get treated bad if you're a woman. She said, I walked in during a time that an investigation into toxic workplace culture was underway, and the season was underway. Check this out. She said, I had to purge an old culture while instilling a new one. Have y'all ever had to be in a situation where you had to take out something else to put in the new? You got to take out the old furniture to put in the new. Don't y'all know how tiresome that is? And then just the normal things she said that she had to deal with from a change of management, resistant standpoint. Guys have been running everything, Brandy. Now, a black woman walk in here and she said, I am the head Negro in charge. You know that misogynistic culture was going to be some resistance. And then she said, then you've got to please your fans and run a business at the same time. She had to deal with these damn fools. And she had to deal with her fans and run a business at the same time. She's the CEO. She ran everything. She is Nico's boss. It was a lot of moving pieces, she said. She said, I didn't know the business of basketball. I want that to be a lesson to everybody. Jimmy didn't know. Jimmy played baseball. He didn't know nothing about basketball. He didn't play no basketball. She said, I didn't know the business of basketball. But I knew how to lead people. I knew how to put together business plans. She said I had to rely on a lot of people, my colleagues, people in the league, people in our various workplaces, my boss, to teach me the business of basketball. She said I'm very competitive. And so I like to make sure that whatever we're measuring, we are setting the standard in the NBA. Y'all got to go read it. I ain't gonna give it to y'all. But she said something in there, y'all. I got to mention. I mean, she said so many. They had, that man was asking some hell of a question. She said at one point, this ain't the one, but I got the break. She said one point in her career, somebody advised you to take your braids and wear more sensible shoes. And you did it. If you were in the same position today, would you do it? Where my women at? Where my men at? Men, talk to your daughters about this. Guess what she said? She said, let me say it this way. I took the advice because I felt that the woman was generally giving me advice that she thought was good for me. She really believed that. I worked in a place where in order to be successful, I needed to look a certain way. I think it comes from a good heart. Knowing what I know now, would I do it? She said, no. I did this big Instagram post and got my hair braided on July the 6th, she said, last year, because it was my 40th anniversary of starting my professional life. And I wanted to send a message to the employees, but also to the women who look like me, that it is okay to wear your hair however the hell you want to. I can still deliver what I need to deliver in braids, in red shoes, or in fuchsia boots I'm wearing now, she said. But no, I wouldn't do it again. I would leave. This the woman we talking. Y'all see why she worked with me? Y'all see why this woman stage 3 colon cancer, she defeated it? Share this show. I promise y'all, a lot of people don't know this. Got one more thing I want to share with y'all. She got so much stuff, man. I got to give y'all this. The dude asked this question. He said, one stage, your work-life balance got pretty tough. And your husband, Kenny, said, I guess the W-2s speak for themselves. Hold up, y'all. This is why I got to shut up to y'all. At one stage, listen to me, y'all. Listen to the spirit of it. And I'm going to get to this Lamar Jackson, all that old stuff. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. This is Cynthia Marshall Day. She is the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks and happened to look just like me. They said, the Time article actually said, one stage, your work-life balance got pretty tough. Your husband, Kenny said, I guess the W-2s speak for themselves. In other words, you got big bank, you make the most money. He quit his job and stayed at home to raise their children. They had 4. Why do you think so few men do that? Do I need to repeat that? Did y'all hear that? She said, I think there is that, breadwinner. I need to take care of my family mentality. And that's good, man. That's fine. It was not easy for Kenny. She said, a reporter asked Kenny one time, how do you feel about being a stay-at-home dad? And he said, a real man will do whatever it takes for his family to thrive. She said, when I read that in a news article, I had to ask him if he actually said it because it's just so profound. She had to ask her husband. Man, I love this family already. I can't wait to meet him. I can't wait to meet Kenny. Y'all listen. If somebody break in my house and my woman is the better shot, she gets the gun. He had a powerful woman that he was dealing with. Somebody got to take care of my babies. Y'all adopted these kids. You remember she had 3 abortions, 1 miscarriage. Kids didn't ask to be there in that situation. Kenny stepped up and said, I got this. Wow. 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 Y'all quiet over there. Somebody, oh my God, share this show. Cynthia Marshall, y'all, that's my woman. She rocked the show today. Kenny, shout out to Kenny. Never forget reading Michelle Obama's and Barack Obama's book. How he graduated from law school, all this, and man, he wanted to do stuff in the community, and he wasn't making no damn money, and she was making the money. They stayed with her mom and dad. Most black women, y'all know, love y'all to death. Most women, man, you better go get a damn job. And she told him, if you don't win this next one, it's time for you to get a job. He had to win that race he had for, I think, for state representative. This is unbelievable, y'all. That's history. That's black history. And she talk about, y'all got to go get the Time magazine article. Unbelievable. But I'm going to transition because I asked the question this morning. This woman went and changed that toxic masculinity environment in Dallas. I'm on the phone this morning. Somebody called me and told me that another young lady, powerful young lady, I don't want to get what they gave me, Karen Carter with Dow. They looking for her to go and change that situation out there in Phoenix. It hadn't been finalized tonight, but I know her name has been mentioned. The reason I said this about this Phoenix stuff, and I want to share it with you, because yesterday we had a couple of people let's rehash it, because it's important. On Remy Rock Wednesday, yes, it's important. Why Robert Sarver has not been issued a lifetime ban by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Still a mystery to me. It has, he has, in case you didn't know, he has been suspended for a full year for any engagement with the Sons out of Phoenix Mercury. Okay? And he has been fined a maximum allowed under the bylaws of the NBA, $10 million. He's a billionaire, though. That's it. $10 million, 1 year ban. Let me explain to you how you can get around all the stipulations about not having involvement with the business operations and the basketball operations of the Suns. Okay? Let me show you how I can get around. All he has to do is somehow get word to Monty Williams and James Jones. Just come to the crib and chop it up. Jonathan Ball. Meet me at the park. It didn't say nothing about meeting you. He just can't be at these facilities. It didn't say meeting at a restaurant. You follow me? It doesn't say cut off communications with the Phoenix Suns out of Mercury. You just can't come to the facilities. You can't come and act crazy with them. Y'all, wait, did I tell y'all what some of the stuff he did? Y'all, hold on. I didn't tell y'all some of the stuff. Just hold on a minute. It's a loophole. Trust me, y'all. He knows how to find it. Check this out. You know where there isn't a loophole? If they had gave him a lifetime ban like they did Donald Sterling. But now I understand the reason why. Wesley Yates, I'm finna give y'all a reason why. Okay? Tell y'all. Tell y'all a reason. Just follow. Adam Silver, think about this. Before this has been nailing it. You know, everybody love. He has been lining them up and knocking them down. So social justice, in racism, he been knock, bam, bam, bam. George Floyd, bam, knock, knock. Donald Sterling out, bam, bam, knocking them down. With all the situations and all the dilemmas that he has been presented with, he has gotten it right, y'all, almost every time. Okay? Except this time. And I hope it's not over. I don't know whether once you've made this ruling is final. I don't know. The court of public opinion is stranger than it's ever been in the history of humanity. And we have seen officials react and change policies and change things based on the reaction of what? Public opinion. If Adam was to come back and say, I thought about it, and after some time, and I've taken more feedback from people, I changed my mind. I don't know. He got a press conference today. I don't think he's going to say it, though. But for some reason, I think that Adam and the NBA, I got hope that they'll do what's right. Okay? And a league that is represented by black men, by minorities, by fathers, you can't make sense of this, what he did. I'm going to give you some stuff in a minute. The only thing I can give you some kind of context of is to look at the NFL and the way they are protecting Daniel Snyder. Go read up on Daniel Snyder. Sinister little bitty Napoleon complex. I mean, sinister. He should have been bounced and got a lifetime ban from the Redskins long time ago. Y'all remember? I ain't changing no damn Redskin logo. For the years. People were saying it was offensive. I don't care. He should not be the governor of the Washington Commanders. We talk about a laundry list of terrible behavior. Go read up on him, y'all. I take a whole show to talk about Daniel Snyder. This, what Adam Silver did this time, it seemed like a Roger Goodell type action. Let me show you something. The owners have to vote Sarver out. But they are complicit. I don't think Adam Silver can just get him out. The employees can't fire him. The players can't fire him, but the owners can. The only person can fire him is the owners. Adam Silver can urge and give his recommendation. The reason I say this, in 2014, at least 23 votes were needed to force Donald Sterling to sell the Clippers. I don't think Adam Silver had the executive power to get rid of the owner, but he should. They had 10-month investigation, 10,000 documents, 320 people. I don't care that Jenny Buss thinks about it. I don't care what Mickey Arison, the owner of the Miami Heat, think about it. This. What does Adam Silver actually think about this? I don't know all the details, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all quit looking at the news. Y'all quit hearing what these people saying, talking about this man's gonna snitch on the other owners. Like, where you get that from? Where you get that from? I just seen Mike talk about y'all better quit. I bet you y'all been listening at them shows today. I bet you $100 to a bucket of do. Y'all been listening to them shows. Don't listen to them. Maybe. But don't act like y'all just know it. I'm going to give you some more. I'm going to give you a little bit more. We'll give you a little bit more. Something practical. I don't know all the details. I don't know all the details. If that is a layer of the process, the owners have to vote him out, then they probably need to take that out. How much power does Adam Silver have to act on this? I got you, Jonathan. I got you, baby. We know Adam Silver can give a $10 million fine and a 1-year suspension. But we know that. But beyond that, can he just come to the podium today and say, Robert Sarver has been relieved of his duties as governor? Or does he need the votes? Remember now, in an article in 2014, he said he would urge the Board of Governors to force a sale of the team and of Donald Sterling's team and do everything in his power to ensure that it happens. That's what he said in 2014. So this is not just an Adam Silver thing. You know, I was mad at him yesterday. But when you know better, you do better. Thank you, Big Von Official. Put your like the show and all of that. Do all of that. I'm talking. Thank you, Von. Tell them, like the show and share the show right now. Just don't be listening. So you can have this information, then you can go tell your friend. Come on, share the show, y'all. All right. Let me give you something. Give you something. One player that was on the team when Don Sterling owned the team, and now that the team is owned by Sarver, is Chris Paul. How does the players respond to this? The Suns and the Mercury. Chris Paul was on both of them teams. The Clippers said that they don't want to pay for this man. Talking about Don Sterling. Let me tell you some of the things that Sarver did. I'm just going to give you a few. Tell me what you think. He emailed pornography to a small group of male employees. I don't even want to tell y'all who some of the pornography was from. I heard this 2-3 years ago. I don't even want to go there. He dropped his underwear unnecessarily when a male employee was performing a fitness check on him. The man was just performing fitness. He just got naked. A male employee. He danced pelvis to pelvis with male employees at holiday parties. He talked about sexual acts and condoms at all employee meetings. Some of y'all might be like that. He told an explicit sexual story in a business meeting. My boy just popped in. I got you, Walt. I'm going to put you in here. He talked about, he told explicit sexual stories in business meeting. I told y'all that. He told a female employee, you never seen anything this big, while preparing to take a shower at the team facilities. I'm talking about Robert Sarver, Chris. I'm just giving. He danced.
You don't like him very much.
No, I ain't saying I don't listen. I'm just giving to you what in the report. Dancing pelvis to pelvis with a male employee, pelvis to pelvis, not crotch to pelvis to pelvis at a Christmas party. This the guy. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me see what is he. Told a female employee, you never seen anything this big. Okay. Name me another place, Chris, other than the governor of the NFL team. There's no joke intended, but it's a fact. Name me another place in America where you can do stuff like that, even if you run the show and still have a job.
You really want to ask me that question?
Yeah, name me. Name me where.
We had a president. I want to say that. Yeah. Grab him in the what? Yeah. I mean,
he said it, Chris. He said it.
He said that's what I do.
He said it. Yeah, okay. And y'all, but that 70 million who like him, I told y'all a long time ago. I never forget this. And somebody remind me. He said, Robert, I didn't understand what you said, but now I understand. I said, y'all, I ain't mad at Donald Trump. People look at me, man, I said, I ain't mad at him. I'm thinking about them 70 million that voted for him that might live next door to me. Them, I ain't worried about him. He ain't worried about me. I'm scared of their ass. But let me finish, Chris. Let me finish this. I'm gonna let you're gonna come in, right? I got something for you. People get upset constantly when you see Black Lives Matter and when women say they want to be treated equal. Anytime you talk about equality, it rears the ugly head constantly in this country. I remember, are you surprised? Are you surprised at Robert Sarver? No, I'm not, because I'm around. I'm not. Because I remember what Earl Watson had a big thing with it. When he come in there, get to Colin, how come he come hollering at the coaches there? How come Draymond Green can say the N-word, but he said the N-word, and I can't say it, and I can't say it, and nobody else can say it. I mean, this is the kind of guy he was, right? But I'm going to tell people the difference, Chris, because I didn't finish yesterday. I want to give them up, then I'm going to let you talk. But I want to give my people the difference about the Don Sterling and this Robert Sarver situation. Right now, there need to be a smoking gun. What I mean by smoking gun in this situation, as Don Sterling had video, audio recording, smoking gun. In Atlanta, when they took that team in Atlanta and changed ownership, they had emails.
The Dream. You're talking about the Dream.
Huh?
The Atlanta Dream.
No, the Atlanta Hawks, dude, had to change management because of this when Danny Ferry and them talk about Lou Aldang and all that.
That's right.
They switched management. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they did. That's right, they did.
Emails leak, y'all, and recorded phone conversations. These are smoking guns. None of these things were available in this Sarver situation. Doesn't mean it didn't exist, Chris. Doesn't mean the claims are not true. Just means in terms of material evidence, there wasn't a lot of it. Because people were asking me, Chris, well, Robert, why they get rid of Don Sterling and not him? Don Sterling, smoking gun. The video, smoking gun. There's a lot of testimony, y'all, but not a lot of material evidence. As a result, the league is kind of handcuffed in what it can and cannot do in these situations. I'm going to tell you why, for two reasons. Number one, they don't want to open themselves up to litigation from an aggrieved party. For instance, in this instance, Robert Sarver had the team taken away from him. If they take the team away from him, I'm pretty sure he would sue. Because he would say, where's your evidence? Prove it. This is just a bunch of testimony and hearsay. All right? Check this out. Where am I? Number two, what would come with the litigation? It's not necessarily winning or losing. It's what, Chris? The discovery.
Right.
And the discovery will open up the books of every single owner in the league. Michael Jordan, Mickey Arison, Jeannie Buss, it will open up all y'all stuff. And they all know if it happened to him, it could happen to us. And they are not going to go along with that either. Just helping y'all because y'all didn't understand why that Adam Silver didn't do and the owners didn't do what they do. Check this out. For what I understand, it's just testimony of people, both current and former players, who are either victims or witness of the victims. Come on, I'm just
So if you have victims and witnesses, I don't get it. So what?
Hearsay, Chris. Nope. But you got to go to court and prove it. You got to go to court.
I thought you told me there was a video of him dancing pelvis to pelvis.
No, I didn't say nobody. I said that's accounts. No video. It's accounts. Okay, follow me. It's all right. I love that. I love that, Chris. I love that. Check this out. Like I said, it clearly pointed out in these reports that a toxic workplace, a bullying, intimidation, and lewd behavior, inappropriate language, the use of the the N-word multiple times. The report said he also quoted something else when he said it. There was nothing like the visceral sound of Don Sterling being a super racist like he was. Not quoting someone who had racist policies at work. I'm talking about, do you remember listening to the Don Sterling thing? You was just like, this man really believe in this. In Atlanta, it wasn't just about the Luau Dane-Scott report and using terrible stereotypes. Y'all go back and look at what happened in Atlanta. They also had emails, Chris, where they were talking about how do I sell to my local fans and my season ticket holders and say to them that it's not really that black in these games. It's not really that black in these games. You know, because they were saying we ain't coming to the games, too many black people at the game. And all this on email. These are the things that they got, y'all. Versus he said, she said stuff. This is the problem. Can we expect a boycott, Chris, from the Phoenix player? Chris Paul.
No.
Hey, Chris Paul.
No
hold up. Chris Paul was part of the Sterling boycott. Now, he's part of this. Chris Paul on his team.
Chris Paul could have left his team too, and he stayed.
Yes.
He stayed.
Yeah, all of them stayed.
He could have left.
All of them stayed. Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton wanted to stay.
Yeah.
He didn't want to go.
I don't think they stand because of the owner.
I don't know.
Excuse me. Look me in my face. I know. They ain't stand because of the owner. Okay. All right. Let's. And you got to realize, a lot of this has happened in the business office, ladies and gentlemen. So I can debunk Chris's old story. A lot of this stuff.
Well, James Jones should know that.
And then you got to remember, this man is coming back. The employees got to watch. Chris, I don't want to play. God, I'll let you talk. Because I don't want to play racial Olympics. But if we had a racial Olympics, Don Sterling would get the gold medal. Because of
Hatter, all we're talking about is a man with a bunch of money behaving badly, okay, which is common. Which is that Washington thing was ridiculous. What happened with Washington was ridiculous. Okay, right?
So you're saying all men with a lot of money act like this?
No. I'm saying this is commonplace for certain.
You said common. People. Common mean a lot.
Common mean could happen often when there's no checks and balances, no accountability. Money often precludes you from being checked by others, right? Absolutely. And the question is, the only thing, you cannot legislate morality. So guess what? That must mean that we need the law to step in. So if Adam Silver is not going to step in, what's really going to stop this guy from doing it?
The owners.
Okay.
And you mean the owners ain't going to step in? Because Adam Silver.
Okay.
Adam Silver.
Hold up. Is it the same situation as the NFL where the owners pay Adam Silver like they pay
Roger Goodell.
Roger
Exact
Goodell.
same thing.
So think about it. He's probably not going to step in. He gave him a 1-year penalty. That's not that big of a deal to that guy, man. Please, that's really not a big deal to him.
Oh, we know.
And second of all, to me, right, let's really have a conversation about Deshaun Watson and his lewd behavior and an owner, a player and an owner. Let's talk about Daniel Snyder, the owner of the Suns, and Deshaun Watson. And think about how they were on Deshaun, like, shouldn't play, shouldn't this, shouldn't that. And the owners are coming to the defense of their own. Because as you said, they don't want to open up the books. So it's better for them to stick behind them or be quiet, right? But when it comes to Deshaun Watson, the league wants to levy as much as possible.
Deshaun Watson is an employee, man. What the hell? So you hold up. You just contradicted yourself.
Can I finish?
You just said billion.
We're talking about court of public opinion. I'm talking about court of public opinion. I'm not talking about.
Okay.
I hear what you're
All right. Okay.
Court of public opinion.
I don't understand it, but I'm gonna let you have it. Come on.
Well, what do you mean you don't understand it?
I don't understand it. I'm not never comparing with Deshaun Watson.
No. First of all, let me say this. It's only because, again, I'll say this again. Deshaun Watson, people don't want to hear this, was not convicted in a court of law.
I understand.
Was not.
And you don't have to be under the collective bargaining agreement, under the bylaws.
No, under the law. Forget about the CBA.
No, but he's it's another law supersedes that law.
That the NBA, that the
NFL has. Yes. Okay.
I get you. I'm talking about in the court, he was not convicted.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, this man who's an owner, because you make the difference between owner and employee. Yeah. I'm talking about behavior.
Okay.
I'm talking about behavior. That's what I'm talking about.
You can talk about.
What I'm saying is the same way Deshaun Watson, because you always elocute this point to me. You said, Hatter, and you told me somebody else said this. You said these guys got so much money now, you can't tell them nothing.
The player.
Right or wrong?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, who can tell the owners something, Hatter? They got all
nobody. That's what I'm. Nobody.
That's my point.
Okay. I ain't trying to tell them nothing to do. Chris, I know what's going on. I'm just giving the facts to my people. I don't know why you try. I guess it makes compelling story when you got to try. But Chris, you just said that the owners is coming that they do anything they want to. But Deshaun Watson is a damn, and then you use him as an example. He can't do what the hell he wants to.
Well, he did, and he got $230 million guaranteed, and that's why Lamar Jackson won't sign. Crickets.
Hey, Lamar Jackson ass ain't signing because Lamar Jackson ain't signing. That ain't had nothing to do with Deshaun Watson. Now, that's what I didn't really want to go there with you. Ain't got nothing to do with Deshaun Watson.
So he don't want that.
Because it should never have. The reason I say it should never have nothing to do with the other dude what he get. Give me what's mine.
Well, I mean, they always do that.
No, they don't always. You ain't never negotiate no contract. I ain't never looking at what nobody else had.
So you're telling me
I go and tell them this what I want from my client.
I got you. I'm not disagreeing with you. Okay, so when they say, because you can educate me along with the chop shop, I'm saying they look at, because I look at all the pundits, and obviously they're not agents either, and never negotiated a contract. But I look at them, they say, okay, this person got this much guaranteed. That person got that much. He has won this many MVPs. So what I'm saying is, if this guy got that much, that's the reason why Dak wouldn't.
I don't care. I'm going to show you why, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, tell Kevin Freitman to shut up, man. I'm in New York, man. That's where you gonna hear sirens.
I'm gonna tell you why, ladies and gentlemen. What I think around 1994, when Terrell Buckley came out, he was the 4th pick, right?
Florida State, right? Florida State kid,
right? We represented him. He received more money. We got him more money than the guy in front of him, the 3rd pick, and the 2nd. I didn't wait to look at what they got. I just said, this is what y'all gonna pay him. He defeated the slotting system. I could have do like most agents, where he got that, he got this, I'll fall right there. No, you don't do that. That's how everybody else do. Penny Hardaway. We'll go him the next year. He was the number 3 pick in the draft. The number 3. Chris Webber was number 1. Sean Bradley was number 2. Penny was number 3. And Jamal Max Byrne was number 4. Okay? Chris Webber got $72 million, number 1 pick. Sean Bradley got $44 million, the number 3 pick. The number 2 pick. The number 2 got $44 million. Yeah. Hold on, let me tell you that. Google it. Sean, go Google it. Sean Bradley, big 7'1". The 3rd pick, Penny, he got $68 million. The 4th pick, Jamal Brashburn, got $30 million. Never forget, Grant Hill mama called and said, how in the hell did y'all do that? Defeated the plotting system. Same thing with Charles Woodson. The same thing with Charles Rogers. The same thing with Ty Law. Because I'm with what you said, it don't have to be. People take it because they're lazy.
I know, but first of all, he don't have representation, right? Tell everybody who represents.
Yeah, he don't. Him and his mom, and they got somebody, and the Players Association is assisting them.
Really?
Yeah, really. 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 Now, what was you about to say?
Why would somebody do that?
Chris, I told you the story. I mean, you weren't on the show. Let me explain to you. In her defense, and I love Ma Jackson. I'll never forget. The mama had all these agents sign up to interview them. The first 3 agencies, she got tired of hearing that stuff over and over and over again. She got tired of them talking about the other one. She got tired of that. She said, you know what? Chris, I think we was about 5th because we were supposed to go in and meet with them. She ain't meet with nobody else. She said she got tired of this. I'm gonna get the Players Association to help me. I'm gonna do. See what happens, y'all, in this industry. These people so desperate to get clients, they will do anything and don't understand that you are a human being and you sitting across from them. Their mama's coming in there. Listen, y'all, I've sit there and listen to a presentation from somebody and they didn't even know who I was. And I sit there and listen. Y'all, people get tired of hearing that stuff over.
What do they get tired of hearing? Tell people what
it's the same old stuff. Well, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Hold up. I'm gonna tell you the worst thing. I know he coming to see. He ain't this, and he ain't this, and they ain't this, and I can do this, and all I'm saying is the same damn thing. But the mama ain't none of them telling them how they gonna take care. She saying, now one of them motherfuckers said, how they gonna take care of my son? All of them coming, they got their graphs and got their PowerPoints and coming in there.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Let's say that's the case. Mm-hmm. What is she gonna do though?
What?
Because she doesn't have the expertise. Even
she
if they
called
do that,
on the Players Association. You're not listening. And so they are assisting her with it. Yes.
So what if every player did that? There would be no agents then.
Yeah, but guess what? Then they'll be in this damn conundrum like this. Chris, let me tell you something.
Exactly.
So Chris, I ain't mad at her. I mean, I ain't mad at her. I just wish she could. Chris, hold up, Chris.
Have you ever seen Real Husbands of Hollywood? You ever watch that show?
I don't watch this. Chris, hey, Chris, right here, Chris. I got Deshaun Watson deal already worked out. Mama, call me. I got it right here, Chris.
He's trying to get that $230 million guaranteed.
Chris, I'm going for more of that, Chris. My guy was an MVP and led the league in touchdowns. My guy, as I said it on TV y'all noticed last week, a couple of weeks ago on the show, I said Deshaun Watson is the most dynamic player, quarterback that I've ever seen in my life. And y'all thought I was just playing. I really feel that way, and I was hoping Mama saw that and said and called me. So, and they're talking about Michael Vick.
The only reason Deshaun Watson became available is because of the situation.
We ain't talking about that. You keep talking about Deshaun Watson. You notice I ain't talking about Deshaun
You
Watson.
said Deshaun Watson.
Because I said I got Lamar Jackson's contract.
You said Deshaun Watson. Okay, you meant Lamar Jackson.
I got Lamar Jackson. I don't care about Deshaun's contract. I ain't even looked at his. I'm telling you what.
Hold on. So what you just pulled up is something that you're going to negotiate for him, or something?
If I was to do, Chris, I'm practicing.
Gotcha.
I'm at home saying, what would if I was representing Deshaun? I call Lamar. I said it, my bad. If I was representing Lamar, what would I do? What would Rob, like what you said, what would Jesus do? What would Robert do?
Right.
And guess what? When I went in there negotiating, they was going to tell me all the stuff he ain't and all that. I don't care because it ain't personal to me. I'm going to convince them why my client deserved this kind of money. I've been doing it for 30 years.
I'm with you. Let me ask you this question, Adam, on that same line. Mm-hmm. Because I know you like you haven't gone there yet, which I'm surprised.
Okay. Because I might not want to go there. Huh?
If he was a different hue, would this be an issue right now?
Yes. If he was doing the same thing, yes, it would.
No. If he was Lamar Jackson, would they be not trying to pay him? And his name was
Chris. They're trying to pay him, Chris. They trying to pay. When a mother offer you $200 million, they trying to pay you.
I get it. So
they trying to pay him. You're using a bad choice of words.
Well, you saying they're not trying to pay him?
Huh? Yeah, they trying to pay him. But they trying to pay him. See, the GM get paid to keep the price down.
Gotcha.
My job is to run the price up. I don't know what the hell. You can't go in there talking about.
So why would you use the players union?
Because that's what they trust the players union.
That's crazy.
I mean, the players union is for the players. He pay them.
First of all, what other agent is doing that? What about? Hey, hold up. What about? Ain't
no other player. Chris. It has happened before.
Chicago. What about the guy in Chicago? Roman. What's his name? That wanted to negotiate his own deal. Roquan. Is it Roquan? I mean,
I don't know who you use. I don't know who you. I know you're talking about. I don't know who you use. We talking about.
He's doing it himself. He's doing it himself.
Yeah, but no, he says doing it himself, but it's always in conjunction because if you're doing it yourself, you got to have a record because the agent got to be a record. In that case, the Players Association got to help him too, Chris. You just can't come off the street and just say, I'm finna negotiate a deal.
So how good, so you've been in the business.
No, they're not good.
How good is it?
The Players Association ain't good.
That's my point.
They ain't good because they don't do this. They don't do this for a living. Chris, if somebody give you a bad taste in your mouth, you just don't want to deal with these dudes. You say all these dudes.
I know, but here's the deal. I hear what you're saying, but that don't make sense. That don't make sense. It don't make sense.
This is an illogical business, Chris. None of it makes sense.
But that definitely doesn't make sense. The reason why I was telling you about the Real Husbands of Hollywood, because I remember there was a show where Dwayne Martin was like, I fired everybody. We're going to keep that 15% in-house. We don't need your agent. We don't need this person, that person. We're going to keep that in-house. And Kevin Hart looked at this dude like, man, you crazy? No, I need my agent. That ain't what you do. Go pay the agent. Heck, what? No.
See,
don't do that.
What didn't happen in this greedy-ass society? Right. Everybody think. I can tell you somebody, I ain't going to call his name out because he's sensitive as hell. I know somebody who got in NBA who got the Players Association to help them do. He had a lawyer in conjunction with the NBA to do his deal. And I found out he left about $10 million on the damn table trying to save $5 million.
Tell them about your boy that's suing Clutch.
Well, that was just. I mean, I don't want to talk about that. I ain't gonna talk about that. That's not. That's not. I ain't gonna do that. Chris, you got Chris. I can't do Chris. I can't do that. I got integrity, man. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
I ain't gonna tell nobody here, though.
He's suing them.
He's suing them because he just felt they didn't represent him right. That's all.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Tell people what happened.
I'm not gonna tell people what happened. They gotta read it their damn self. I'm not telling them. I done told them on this show before. Go back and get the old show. But back to this, man. Lamar Jackson, I wish him well. And let me tell you something. If he don't get injured, even if I think they still gonna pay him. Me personally, but I just wish he could have. Him and his mom could have came to agreement with a firm, preferably a firm that looked like me, and went and got that money for him. Cause see, Chris,
So if you reached out to him right now, they still say no? Let's say your firm reached out to him, they would say no?
Chris, probably so. I don't know. I done already sent messages to her. So, yeah, it's all good. Man, look at nosy men that talking about tell us. Can't tell you everything, man. Because y'all can't tell y'all everything. Because I don't. It would put a light. Chris want me to say something to put a negative light on somebody, and I'm not gonna do it.
That's not true.
Yes, that's absolutely true.
What I want you to do is tell the truth to the
Well, I'm gonna tell. I mean, guess what I'm gonna do? That's why in the court they tell you.
Hey, you gonna wait till the show go off and you gonna call me and say, "Man, I can't believe you put me out there later."
No, I don't care. Chris, that's the reason. That's one of the reasons I was scared to come on this show in the beginning, y'all. In the beginning, because I know he was gonna be doing this. But now I'm secure in who I am. I don't care. I can say what the hell I want to. I'm not just going to down another black agency because I just know how hard it is. Well, it's not really black. No, it's owned by somebody else now. Clutch is not really owned by Clutch, so we really ain't talking about. I hope you know that Clutch is owned by United Talent Agency now. It's not
UTA,
yeah. So, but I mean that was good one though, Chris. I mean I love how you challenged me today, and I love how you said I mean, why did he do that? I don't know, Chris. I promise you, I can't think of. I wish I knew what Lamar and his mom were thinking about right now, man. I wish I knew. Yeah, Jimmy, you froze up a little bit.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
I know it.
I've
just pray for him. You know what I've been doing? I just pray he don't get hurt. Because they're gonna pay him. I mean, you know, that owner that y'all got up there in Dallas, they paid Dak and he got hurt. So I think this kid gonna get his money. I just think he could have. I think he could have got it in a better way. I think he could have got it. Let me see. Damn, Jimmy, how many times you gonna call me? I got you.
Hey, Hannah. No lib golfers that they can't golf at the Ryder Cup.
I know. Yeah.
Why not?
Because the Ryder Cup don't want them there. You chose to go over there with Greg Norman and make all that money. Go make it. Go make your money. Go make your money. But over here, this Rosewood. If you want to go over there, over to Acres Home and play, you can't bring your ass back over here to Rosewood and play around there across from Jimmy and them house. You can't go.
You just mentioned two areas you don't know nothing about. Rosewood and Acres Home. I don't know what you talking about.
Hey.
You don't know nothing about.
Hey, let me tell you something, player.
You from Memphis.
Evidently, you must don't know. Robert Hamilton put some miles around this city, homeboy. I ain't got to brag about it, but I put some miles around this city. Hold up. I didn't even been a place where it was a police chase right down there, over there in that area, coming right by me. So, Chris, you've been gone too long. You the one been in Villanova. You the one been pampered. Robert has been out here in these trenches.
Hey, I'm from the dirt, homeboy. I'm from the dirt.
But back to my analogy again. If you say you with Acres Home, well, stay over there. Don't be trying to come back over here and play in our good terms when Smokey Jasper and Frank Seals and them come and get us to play. Now y'all want to play in the good stuff.
What you know about Frank Seals? Boy, hey Jimmy, he trying to act like he knows something.
I played it finally. I played against Frank Seals before. So I'm just Chris.
Hey Jimmy, he don't know Maxine Seals. He don't know them like we know him back in the day.
No, I don't know all that. I don't know all that, man. You can't expect me. You can't expect me. You wouldn't even know.
Hey, Hannah, hold up. What about your homeboy Brett Favre? Sticky Fingers. That's your homeboy, right?
No, sir. He from Mississippi.
That's not your homeboy?
He from Mississippi. I ain't never liked him.
That's not your homeboy?
No, sir.
Because you see what they did to who was the kid that was involved with the fraud with the NBA, the insurance fraud. They put him in jail.
It was a few of them.
Who that?
No, it was the main guy. Who was the main culprit?
I mean, they still going to trial. We don't know the main culprit yet, but they still.
No, one of them going to jail.
I mean, they ain't gonna go to jail. They gonna give him probation and some stuff like that.
Brett Favre is in cahoots with that governor. That same governor who didn't want to get that water to Jackson, Mississippi. That's Brett Favre's dude. The same governor.
Yeah, they got the text message between them. Them guys.
That's the same. But Biden sent some funds down for Jackson, Mississippi. He talking about we don't want no federal funds. We don't want it. If it coming from, hold up. We don't want if it coming from Biden. We don't want it. So
give a damn about the people, huh?
No, he don't care about the people. He care about Brett Favre.
Your homeboy.
I ain't never liked him, Chris. I ain't never liked him. Never.
Say, you know how them bartender get through one of them bottles and they got to hit it for the TABC. That's how I do these. That's how I do these water bottles now. I hit them water bottles out. Here I come. Hey,
Hannah. Hey, Jimmy.
Chris, you might want to come on and get on board. Chris, you might want to come on. God damn it.
Jimmy, you put you had a background the other day that blew me away. Yesterday, I didn't even know they got 3 black coaches.
It's on there now. What are you talking about?
I was like, man, I didn't know that, man. That's crazy.
Because Chris, you're so far removed from the world.
New York,
one of them ain't gonna be there for long.
got him gone.
One of them ain't gonna be there for long, but I'm just saying, like, golly, that's crazy.
Who the first to go?
The one in the white shirt. I'm just saying.
That's easy right there. That's easy.
The one in the white shirt.
But guess what? He's gonna be ready to go by the time anyway. So by that time, coming there, he's gonna be ready to go. It'll be time for him to move on. He been got enough experience on his jacket. Did y'all talk about that?
But hold up, but what other city though? Does any other city have that though?
Nobody. Chris, it ain't never happened in history.
No, they ain't never happened, Chris.
In history. And also we got a black mayor.
And then we got a black man on top of that.
How about that?
Hold on. Don't stop.
Acres home, homie.
Hold on. Hold on. Don't stop now. And a black police chief.
Yeah.
And a black superintendent of the largest school district.
Hush your mouth.
The 4th largest school district.
Ed Young on his head. Ed Young was it Doc? Jimmy, you go to Second Baptist, don't you?
That's
that man right there is that's something wrong with that dude right there, man. Something wrong, man.
So what you think about it? What you think about what Ed Young said, Chris Walker?
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Though.
What Ed Young say?
Ted.
What he say?
Ted Cruz is a member.
I ain't heard it. What he say? I don't even listen to him no more. What he say?
No, it wasn't like you listened to him on the show. It was all on the news.
What he say?
He made a comment about
thugs in the city, crime. He's talking about crime in Houston.
Yeah, and he misquoted.
Unbelievable.
He misquoted a statistic about the murder rate in Houston. Said we are the most dangerous city in the country, and which is not true. We're not leading, and actually the numbers were right about par from a year ago. Slightly down in regard to murders in Houston, that is. And so then on top of that, he made it convenient during a sermon. This wasn't like in an interview. This was actually during a sermon. So he tiptoed.
Not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. They get a nonprofit status.
Yes. You can
Whoa. You can't talk politics. You can talk about the state of the thing.
Listen.
That's not politics.
Okay, listen. Listen before you jump. Listen. He went, as I'm just saying. Then he stepped to the line and went touched the line by naming and including the mayor and one of the district attorneys, the young lady in his sermon. He didn't say them by name. He didn't say them by name, but he called their position out.
Do you know what the rule is? You can't promote a particular. Hold on.
But he said get them out. He said we need to get them out of office.
But you can't. If you let me finish, you can't promote.
That's a call to action, Hal.
You can't promote a particular. Listen, it's a rule, y'all churchgoers. You can't promote a particular candidate. If one come in, all of them got to go in. You can't endorse a candidate. He didn't endorse no candidate.
Yeah,
he just said they ain't right.
He called them by Democrats. That was the thing.
Mindy, thank you. You can talk about it in a roundabout way. Yes, you can.
But I just said to you,
you don't have to have me. I know the rules.
He stepped on the line. He called them by Democrats. So that means, and saying we got to get them out of office. So that means now you made a call to action and you called them by Democrats.
But he didn't say who to put in office. Well, that's the point I'm trying to explain to y'all what the rule is. Y'all don't know the rule, but that's all right. I'm gonna let y'all have it. I'm gonna let y'all have it.
You're a very smart guy.
I just know that rule.
Sometimes you can say things without saying them.
It's okay. Well, y'all act like you can't talk about that on the pattern. He talked about it from the pulpit. That was Jimmy said.
He did.
He can say that from the pulpit.
He was emphatic.
Huh?
He was emphatic about
it. Who listened? Did y'all the one listen to him? Because I ain't even heard nothing about it. Thank y'all. I ain't heard nothing about it. So guess what? He didn't affect me.
That's because you always listen to Creflo Dollar talking about tithing. That's why you ain't heard nothing about it. That's your problem. You always listen to
you'd
Creflo.
Be surprised. I'm definitely not listening to your uncle. Nah, I'm sorry.
Who, Ralph Douglas?
I'm sorry.
Who, Ralph Douglas? Which one?
I like Ralph. Where? The one in Memphis.
Man, you crazy, man. You better ask somebody.
Well, y'all, let's get on something else, man. You little reformed deacons in here. You come on, talk about, well, he can't say nothing about that. Yeah, man, come on, man.
He was out of line. He was
upset. Okay, I didn't hear him. I didn't hear him. So I didn't hear him. I didn't hear it. Man, thank y'all for hearing it.
Talk about Jesus. Talk about Jesus, dog.
I like the cussing pastor anyway in Memphis.
Talk about Jesus. Talk about, heaven. Talk about hell. Talk about all that stuff.
No, you're supposed to talk about real life, Chris. Chris, all preaching is communicating life.
He was out of line.
All preaching is communicating life. And go. Ask your uncles. Ask your uncles about that.
I'm gonna send you the clip.
Hey, Jesus didn't preach about what you think he preached. Go look what Jesus preached, mister.
I'm gonna send you the clip.
Okay. I don't have to have a clip.
Hold up. See, now you have to have a clip.
I don't care what Ed Young said. That's the problem. Y'all ain't hear me. What Ed Young says not gonna. It ain't gonna affect me. I'm not listening to no damn Ed Young. I don't go to this church. Jimmy go to this church.
Jimmy definitely go to this church.
Ain't nowhere in the world.
Hanging out over that memorial.
Yeah, y'all know better than that. If I would have been in that church, then I would have been on a different economic status right now, without question. With all that bread in that church, I would have been on a whole different economic. Remember, I say you got to be in a different room.
They all don't have bread. You got to have your
no. It's like I say, being in a different room. I ain't normally in those rooms. I've been in those rooms. I got access to some of those rooms. I ain't normally in that type of room with all that collective economic wealth combined together.
But thank God you didn't want to go there just for that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank God.
I'm hood.
Thank God you didn't want to do that, Jimmy.
Hey, you know what?
I
will say this. I know this is not about sports, but I will say this. I was on Homestead the other day. Jimmy, you are so right. Hannah, I probably drove 200 yards. It was at least 15 churches. I couldn't believe
you going there, man. It's
No.
supposed to be more churches. If more churches, hold up. But if half of y'all went to them damn churches, the world would be better. It might be churches there, but y'all ain't going to them.
Hold up, Howard. There was a church across the street from the church, side by church. I was like, what the hell? In like 200 yards. It was like 50.
Thank you, Mindy. Mindy, thank you, man. Thank you. What goes on politically fits into the sermon nicely, especially what's going on today. Yes, that's why I tell you, preachers got to communicate life.
Bro.
Call your uncles. No.
I'm not disagreeing.
Don't listen to me. Can you hold up, Chris? You just dominating the whole damn conversation.
He crossed the line.
In your opinion.
Okay, but you don't even know what he said.
But from what you see, you and Jimmy don't know how to explain shit. I'll never forget y'all. Yeah, so I got to go listen for myself because y'all not good at explaining. Y'all not good.
You're not that good at listening either.
You're not good at listening.
Let me meet halfway in the road.
I beg to disagree.
No,
I beg to disagree.
No.
I might not listen to y'all that good because y'all. It's hard for me to comprehend what you two say. But I know some people that I comprehend stuff. I comprehend very well.
Yeah.
I comprehend very well.
Bottom line,
Chris know that.
You choose to listen to people that
there you go. There you go.
So that means you don't respect us like that.
No.
So that's it means. Yes, it does.
I just don't underweigh y'all. This ain't nothing about respect. And hey, come on, man. Oh, player. We ain't gonna even go there today. I ain't gonna let you go. When you go low, I'm finna go high. Y'all, you don't know what I'm thinking about.
Well,
y'all come listen to me. Hold on. Can I just come on? Let me come on, because y'all go too far. I sit there and let y'all came out of it. You hear what Ed Young said? This is what y'all told me. What? He come on now, talking about the mayor and y'all ain't explain that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all, and I was just trying to explain y'all, it's okay to talk about current events and politicians. I gave you the rule. You just can't endorse one. Then why? Let me tell you why, in case you didn't know. Because you lose your non-exempt status.
Hold on. Did you? So now since you just claimed and refuted what my claim was that you don't like listening to stuff when I'm saying to you and explaining. And let me take you back to a fact that I said. I said that he stepped to the line and he stepped on it. Now in tennis, on the line means it's good. In football, on the line means you're out. I said he stepped to the line, then he stepped on it. Now it depends on what sport that you're looking at. Then obviously, in the way of the rule, that on the line means you're in. Now, that didn't say he went out of bounds. I didn't say it was illegal. Now they know he tiptoed on that line. Period. See what I'm saying about listening, y'all? Exactly my point about listening. Case in point, case proven again. It ain't no way you can be paying attention if you're doing what I just did.
Multitask.
It ain't no way.
I ain't talking about stepping on the line. He can't do that. Chris, come on. He can't do that, Hatter. He can't do that, Hatter.
So now hold on. At first you just bundled us together. Now you unwrapping and saying what Chris said.
No, I'm bundling y'all together. Both of y'all together. No. Excuse me.
I'm telling you what I said. And so now you still ain't addressing.
Still what you said, that didn't matter. He touched on the line. Hatter, he touched on the line. You're remembering tennis. Quit watching so much tennis. You ain't never played in your life. How you doing today, Chris? How you doing?
Y'all silly, man.
No. What's the next subject? That's the next subject, bro.
What you drinking over there, Hatter? I need to know what he drinking, Jimmy. What do you got in that cup?
Jam Pipple.
Ain't no telling what he got in that cup.
But guess what, y'all? Hey, man, let me tell y'all something.
Hold on, Hatter.
What else happened?
I told you, BYU, they didn't say anything racist. The girl made it up. I told you that, Hatter. She made it up. They did an investigation.
All I'm going to tell you.
Hold on. So what about Don Staley saying we're not playing it?
All I'm going to tell you, go and study Brigham Young University. Study the founder, what he believes in, and all of them people out there. And then you come back and we're going to have the story. We'll have this. Don't come tell me about what the. I believe the girl. You can believe them folks. You used to believe in them folks anyway. You can believe them. But go and study the history of Brigham Young, their beliefs.
You mean Mormons?
I said Brigham Young. I ain't said nothing about no Mormon. Don't put that in my
They're
mouth.
Mormons. They're
I
Mormons.
said go Brigham Young University. I want you to study his
Brigham Young.
what he feels. Okay.
He created the Mormon religion.
No. Go study it. Then you come back. Then you'll withdraw all of that. So final enough,
So
Jimmy.
why-
I know you
so
got
why-
some. Jimmy, come on. Go,
So
Chris
why do black people-
Graff.
Hey, you know what? I didn't. One of the schools.
I'm gonna call Nathaniel Hackett on you. What's up?
One of the schools that recruited Chris Walker, that he damn near went to.
Who?
And
who he damn near went to?
They guess what they're doing? It's 50 years.
What school is it first? What school is it?
I'm gonna tell you in a second. You know how I do my story. It's 50 years since the first black student athlete played at this school. So it's 2022. So 1972, shortly after integration, in Texas, that is.
I know the school. Yeah.
And that is Rice.
Yeah.
So Rice is going to honor 6 blacks that played in the class of 1972.
One of them is Mike Tyler, the first black football player.
Yeah. Mike Tyler's one of them.
That's my man.
One of those kids.
Where he was.
And that's a cool thing for Rice to do.
How many of them are alive?
I just think.
All of them alive?
I just think that.
No, Mike passed away.
I mean,
Passed away.
Yeah.
I mean, it more. I guess I don't know the avenues of dispersing information and marketing. That should be on the TV screens in Houston.
But Jimmy, if you know, I remember a pastor was telling a story that his mom used to ride by there, and he said, "What is it?"
Who?
I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking
He
about.
said he used to ride by Rice, and his mom told me, "No, you ain't gonna be able to go to that school." And he asked the kid why, because the man who founded that school said he don't want no black people ever at that school, ever. That's the history. He said the guy, Mr. Rice, who by that school was not built in the mind. The guy who built it wasn't meant for black people to go to that school. And then the guy said that when he was a little boy, that scarred him about Rice for the rest of his life. So, this guy wound up going to Wharton School of Business. But
Hannah, and Jimmy will tell you this too. Do you know how many kids? Because it happens here in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. Remember when they used to have that camp over there, Jimmy? That teen camp. How many kids? That was the first time they ever went to, and they lived in Houston all their lives, and that was the first time they ever went on that campus. Am I lying, Jimmy?
Yeah, for a lot of them. I mean, it's well, the thing is with Rice that it's not unlike U of H. When you go in there, you have to be ready to nowadays pay to park unless you got a hand sticker or unless you got somebody in the car driving, you can step out and get back in. So it's not just friendly for outside spectators to know where to go on that campus and just get somewhere. But it's a beautiful campus, but they have history like every other campus around. And Rice is only at fault for that, for not making themselves in their they've understand something. They've done great, and you mentioned the camps and reaching out for people for team camps, but it's way deeper than that. We're talking about the student athletes at Rice. And I mentioned about the 70, let me correct myself on something. I said it was 6 in that 1972 class. No, it was only 3 in that class. And it's 6 that they're honoring. I want to make sure I corrected that and get you that. Now, one of those that they're honoring, and it's going to be against the football game against Lafayette, is a female. The first female student was not admitted into Rice, even though this is the 50th year also of Title IX. Title IX was sparked in 1970. It was sparked in 72. Well, the first female didn't get admitted in Rice, black female, until 1980.
Oh my God.
Until 1980.
Hold up. So they never had a black female in the history of school till 1980?
1980.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, 1979. Same thing.
Same.
79. You finish
79, 80.
That's understand something. So that's how I'm gonna think about
Hold up. So they
respect.
never had a female athlete.
Not
Is
a
what you're saying?
no. This was a
That was
female student athlete. Female student athlete. It took until 1979 and 1980. Two blacks came in back-to-back years, and so now they're bundling all of those together and honoring all six of those in this weekend when they play Louisiana Lafayette, Louisiana.
It's funny,
So
man, about Rice, man. It's funny about Rice. When I was coming up, my brother was sick, so that was one of the reasons why I was contemplating staying at home and not going to play at Georgetown or Villanova, because you make those things pull at your heartstrings. And the other part is, I really wanted to believe that if I got a Rice degree and I was from Houston, you would be that dude. Period, because they sold you on that, and I actually still believe that to a degree. Here's the question I have, and you guys might disagree, right? Why is it? Think about Rice and what Rice symbolizes. Similar to Berkeley in California, right? Similar to Duke, or similar to wherever you want to Ivy League. If kids said, you know what, it's hard to say. I don't want to say anything about Coach Sampson in school. Said, you know what, man, and parents said, you know what, I want my kids to get that degree, because you know what that degree means in period. They play in the same conferences, and they say we're gonna send our kids there. And do you know that Rice would win like crazy? But you know why people don't go there? They can't get in school. They can't get in school.
Jimmy, y'all making me think about something, man. I'll never forget. And I remember talking to some people at Cornell, and this how they explained it to me. Never forget this. They were saying the end goal is not always a job. At Cornell, it's how to enrich yourself and how to keep learning even after you graduate in the field that you go into. He said Cornell gives you the tools to be able to develop a career based on something that you really love. What else can you ask for? That's how they was telling me. Don't let your education limit your education. Meaning that not to let your classes at Cornell limit your holistic education, because there are so many opportunities outside of the classroom. When you go there, they think you know everything, and Cornell quickly shows you that you don't. Don't just be hungry for knowledge, be hungry for the application of that knowledge, molding a certain intellectual nuance, elite and egalitarian, the sense of excellence, but also the sense of we accept the common person. This is what it got me when you just thought about it, Chris. We are a space where everybody can belong. That was the right from the beginning. That was right from the beginning. Cornell's freshman class of 1868, the very next year, the first student of African American heritage was enrolled. And the year after that, the first woman. 1868. This was not something that was common at American universities. So be proud to be a part of this history. They gave me that spiel, Chris, and I was sold when they gave me that spiel. I did not. 1868. What Jimmy just said, you just said 1980.
1979.
1979, 1980. 1868, the very next year, they had the first African American to go and the first woman. That somewhat common. And when they told me that, when I saw that and they showed me the records and showed me the lady and showed me the man, I said, wow, unbelievable. So,
But understand this though.
mhm,
Understand this in recruiting.
mhm.
Again, I don't. I mean, I like the coach that's there now, so I don't want to. We're just talking about
Yeah,
Rice,
yeah,
and we're just
yeah.
about
Right.
about sports in general.
Mm.
You know how hard it is to get into Duke or Berkeley what schools like Villanova or schools like not necessarily Stanford. So, and Stanford's hard to get into.
Mm-hmm.
But schools like Duke and Villanova, do you know why they're good in sports?
Right.
Because they say, you know what? You just have to be smart enough. You don't have to be the smartest. Because part of it, right? You're going there to play sports. Let's keep it a buck. Vanderbilt's another one. But Vanderbilt's like Rice. The reason why they lose is because they won't let people in school. It's the same with Cal Berkeley. I worked at Cal Berkeley. If Cal Berkeley wanted to and just said, hey, we're going to put the onus on the coach. We'll let you get whoever you want to get in here. Do you know how much support they have for those kids, man? Do you know that the regular graduation rate is higher than the matriculation of the regular students? Because they have so much support around them.
Absolutely.
It's damn near impossible not to do it. You got to fight them not to graduate. Because the coach, right, understands progress cards degree. There's a lot of things that people don't understand that are built into coaches' contracts now. If kids graduate, certain GPAs, they're going to make sure you get them grades. It's not like it used to be. So if like schools like Rice, if they wanted to win, they would be like, hey, we can get the 5 best basketball players. Hey, man, it don't matter. Just make sure 4 of them graduate. I'm telling you they could. Because at Villanova, they do it all the time. Let me tell you something. Villanova is
Why are you telling Villanova's secret?
It's not about that. Duke does the same thing. Villanova is one of the best academic schools, liberal arts schools in the country. Do you know that since Rollie Massimino came in the early 70s, they have graduated 100% of the players that have gone to school there? It's a system at these schools, man.
I got
But they'll tell you, we can't hide them. Ain't nobody trying to be hidden. But you know what I tell people about recruiting sometimes? And Jimmy could attest to this. Some guy will call Jimmy and say, hey, Jimmy, can this kid play? Now, Jimmy's been doing the RCS sports forever, right? So he has a certain eyeball. So he's seen kids excel in high school, and he's seen them go to college, right, and excel or not excel. So with that data, that also informs how he looks at high school kids because he's seen this thing over and over again, a recurring motif. So when the college coach calls him and says, Jimmy, can this kid play? And Jimmy tells them, and they don't listen, Jimmy like, what you call me for?
And when I say that to them, they don't call back because I'm pissed them off.
Exactly.
I tell them that all the time. What the hell you called me for in the first place? I mean, you know, call the other guys at the first, didn't call me last. You gonna call a Hall of Fame and then gonna troubleshoot it? Come on now, don't do it like that, boss.
They do it all the time.
A lot of them do that. A lot of them do that though. And guess what? I always go back and say, how did that work out for you? All it's gonna do is there. I love this topic right here because I had this conversation with a college coach just day before yesterday, and it was this. In the business now, and Chris, I want your thoughts on this, because when you get a job as a college coach, there's going to be guys all over the country sending you emails, text messages. They want the coaches to basically subscribe to their scouting service. Back in those days, just until recent years, you had to go through a lot of hoops, and you didn't have to go through any hoops and red tape in order to even have a scouting service. Until recently, the NCAA found a way to put a tariff on it and make money off the scouting services. Which, okay, you're the house man. You cutting on 6s and 8s. You know, that's on you. Now, here's the deal. If these guys with the scouting service, they're pushing certain kids, it's either two things. How you can look at this like this. Is the guy trying to get himself a pay raise, or is he trying to get you, the coach, a pay raise? And I asked that question again, and I lay it on there, and I back out and come back in because I'm blurring right now.
Okay, go on.
Once again, is the guy trying to get you the pay raise, the college coach? Is he really trying to help you, or is he trying to help himself?
What's wrong with him helping himself?
Kid or recruit his kid, it helps.
But what's wrong with him helping himself?
Come on back. But that way you know where he's coming from.
Okay, go on out. We're going to talk about it. Come on back in. We're gonna get you
Here's the
back in.
thing: two things can be true at the same time. Okay, so
Two things
this is what I used
cannot
to
be.
tell
I
people.
keep telling you, two things cannot be true at the same time.
Two things can be true at the same time.
I
So
never
let me
agreed
say
with that.
this. Okay,
Okay.
let me say this. If you've been on the AAU side, on the
Yeah.
summer basketball side,
Uh-huh.
I completely funded my program myself.
Yeah. You did.
People ask me, my mom used to be like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Don't worry,
We,
it's gonna benefit one day."
we got
It's gonna
something in
benefit.
common. Keep going.
Exactly. I mean, out of my pocket.
Right.
Took care of my kids. Troy
Right.
Enemy's on there. We were first class, everything we did, period. I
Right.
didn't believe in any other way. I learned that from Robert Hatter. You know what I'm saying? We stand at the Ritz, we doing all that stuff. We didn't do that, I'm joking. But my point is, if I am helping another man, and I know that through my influence, that he is going to better his situation, he knows on the other side that the same thing is going to happen. You feel where I'm coming from?
I got you. I got
It is, to me, in my opinion, just leave it blurry, Jimmy,
you. That's all right.
right?
You talk good.
It only makes sense.
Uh-huh.
It's good business.
Got
It's
you.
good business.
So you're saying
So,
both of them.
yes, that's called America.
I like when both of them benefit. Because,
No,
hey,
that's
the
so
college
two
coach
things
should
can
just
true at
be the
same
one to
time.
benefit all the damn time now. I'm getting sick
that
of this.
again? What's that?
The college coach shouldn't be the one just to benefit. Their ass been benefiting a long time. Let these
That's so
other
two
guys
things.
benefit too.
So that everybody eat. So
Yes.
so the rules have been in place that it's illegal for the AAU coach to eat.
The Lamar Jackson, this thing was invented for all of us to get paid. You and the agent. You and your mammy trying to knock the agent out. But keep going. I just had to throw that in there. Keep going.
Well, no, they definitely doing that, which is ridiculous. Which is
Yeah.
crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
that's. But again, but you know what? They may get their way, but again, like I tell you before, they're trying to keep that 4% in house
Yes.
instead of paying.
But you
at the
lose
end
it.
of the day,
But you might lose
oh my God,
20% trying to save
exactly.
4%. That's the
And
problem. Huh?
but
No,
you
but I
made a
didn't mean to
great
go
point.
there. I didn't mean to go there. But
No. But you made a great point
uh-huh.
that, and I'm not saying this is something that our people, because, and I don't want to say a lot of us come from meager, we don't come from means,
Right.
but you made a point about one player, we're not gonna say his name,
Uh-huh.
that said that, hey man, my mom made $20,000 a year doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I just get paid millions of dollars. You think I'm gonna let my mom manage my money?
Yeah.
What are you, crazy?
Yeah. You sure?
But people do that, Hannah.
You sure? But guess what? He just said, no, he didn't really say have my mom manage my money in his case. But you talking about Deshaun, Lamar. This guy, in particular, he said, Robert, my mama didn't know nothing. She couldn't even handle $27,000 a year.
So you telling me
had
that
an
Lamar
agent.
Jackson mom
Huh?
can handle a show and be in a room like you are with
Yeah.
these people,
But she
that
had,
know all
Chris, you keep throwing it out. The
What's that?
Players Association is assisting her.
You said they're terrible.
I know, but guess what? But the Players Association, she'd rather the player, because what? Her son is already paying the Players Association dues. So if that's she feel, I don't care. She's different, Chris. You got to look at her history. To know a woman, look at her history. She's just different. She's just different.
Okay, that's fine. But you made a point that the fact that they may lose out on some really profitable things.
But I think he's gonna get his money because he's that good. See, some of us can be so good, everybody better not try that. Hey, you know how the people say, don't try that at home. Tyrod Taylor, don't you try no stuff like that. Jimmy keep popping out because he just need to go out and come back. I mean, he got to go all the way off.
Yeah, but I wonder where Jimmy was going. Why the college coach can't eat, and why my biggest problem is the AAU, the summer coach. Think about this, Hatter. Think about all the resources you put in those kids.
Oh my
Let me
God,
just,
Chris, I'm gonna send you the invoice.
I'm just saying, like, people got to understand, man. When you travel 10 kids,
yes, yes,
and I never took anything from my parents.
never.
And some of them I would even allow,
Yeah. Yeah.
bring them with us.
Yes.
You got to do
Absolutely.
that sometimes.
Yes.
And let's say you go on 6, 7 trips.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6, 7 trips.
Mm-hmm.
Hotels.
Mm-hmm.
And I always have this one word that people need to understand when you do summer basketball. It's called miscellaneous.
Come on, preach.
Stuff that you
Preach, real.
for.
Preach, real.
Miscellaneous. And you take them kids and you want them to have an elite experience, and then you listen to people talk crap about you or think that you're a guy that does not deserve respect, or you a street person. But when the guy from what's the team that guys that flies the private planes and stuff? But when they do it, they're helping the kids. That Julius Randle play for. But when they do it,
Mr. Bishop, come on, man. Come on, man.
When they do it,
Come on. Oh, no. Mr. Bishop, come on, man. Everybody is not gonna get a scholarship. I don't want nobody to put this shit on my feed no more. Everybody is not gonna get a scholarship. They might be able to eat. Hold up. They might be able to eat, but they might not be off that table. They can eat another way. On the AU side, not. We should get as many schools. What you think these guys doing? Calling these coaches all the time. I get sick of these ungrateful ass parents. People call, I've seen these guys. Man, Hatter, could you get this guy? Could you get stuff that y'all don't even know about?
It's hard, man. It's next
Everybody
impossible.
is not going to get a scholarship, man.
It's next impossible. Think about it in numbers. I said before, that's 300.
Stop that mess.
Let's just talk about. Let's talk about Division I.
Yeah.
That's 350 Division I schools. Yes. Probably signing 3 kids a year.
Come on,
math.
Give them the math.
That's more kids in Houston playing than that. Mm-hmm. It's damn near impossible.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about get a scholarship to Stephen F. Austin. Forget about UT Austin.
Right.
I mean, like seriously.
Right.
Northwestern State. Come on, man. It's damn near impossible.
Boy, you done cranked that juice up over there, Jimmy. Keep talking, Chris. Come on.
No, but I mean, I laugh when people literally think that you can just, like, they really don't understand how hard it is. There's so many good players out there that, and you know what? Good is relative. You know what taught me a great lesson? When I first started at CBS years ago.
Talk to me.
I used to do Division II games.
Right.
They have these high-profile Division II programs. And CBS used to do the games during the year. So I was a newbie. Those are the games, some of the games that I got in my package. And I would go to those games. And when I usually go to a game, when I start researching the team, the first thing I do is read the media guides. Because I like to know little things about them and stuff so I can add some color to the game. And you know what I would notice on most of those kids?
What's that?
First team All-State. First player of the year in the conference. No! Them dudes down there were good too. Mm-hmm. No scholarship. It's hard. It's hard, man. It's not that easy. It's not that easy,
Chris. And I think, Chris, let's cause we might have a few parents here, and I know we have one. They just don't understand this. Come on. We did not say anyway. That's what you said right here. But then you come back on the AU side, we should get as many kids into school as possible, not just a certain number. Everyone should be able to eat.
The numbers don't add up. The numbers don't add up for everyone.
Everyone can't eat off of that. And then you come back and say, hold on, Chris. Hold up. We did not say everyone. Yes, you just did. I said as many as possible, if not a scholarship, financial support. Who's supposed to give it? That ain't the college coach's responsibility to give your kid financial support. That's your parents' responsibility.
Well, Hannah, a lot of them don't know. And again, I remember, and I'll make this point. When Jimmy Hicks used to put on the symposium,
they didn't show up.
They didn't show up.
They didn't show up. Not, and so the risk, it wasn't worth it and we stopped doing it. And then looking back now, people are like, yeah, of course you got social media now. You can
Yeah.
get the word out better. Yeah. But at the
It don't help
time,
you, man.
We
the
have
people knew that thing took place. Don't
Dog,
get
let me
it
tell you something.
twisted. If you're in
Let
the
me tell you
loop, you're in the loop. And people were influenced because understand at the time, and because I've had a couple of grassroots coaches come back and confess in a tone like, yeah, man, I didn't know what was going on, so I ain't tell my parents they need to go to that. So
right.
here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
It's the power for the coach who tells the parent to go and hear somebody else give you the intel that person have been trying to tell you all or going to tell you all the while.
Mhm.
If he got to tell you, man, go get it from him. That means now you are devaluing yourself. You're saying, which is good. You can't
No,
be the
you're
guy
not.
that
No,
know
no,
it
no. You're
all.
not devaluing yourself. Don't say it like that,
No, no,
Jimmy.
no, no. I'm
What you
sorry.
doing?
I'm sorry. They think they
They
devaluing
think they are.
themselves.
No, what you doing? If I didn't know, I told some people here earlier today about the details of the Robert Asavo. I told them I don't know all the details. I'm just giving you what I have. It's all right to not know.
But Hannah,
And
the,
and
the value of what Jimmy was putting together was this. College coach, unless you're being recruited,
Mm-hmm.
right? And a college coach is talking to you, you
Mm-hmm.
have no freaking idea what's going on. You don't know how the business works. You don't understand the modus operandi. This dude was bringing college head coaches in there to talk to people. So if you're
un,
not being recruited, you gonna listen to a damn AAU coach when
And
you
told
got
me,
the people
it
coming
told me,
to town
uh,
for free.
it told me I never forget. When the mama give you an offer, commit it right now. Tell them you won't commit right now. Then you'll see how
Let's
real
not
their
do
ass
that.
I
is.
can count them on one hand that's actually done that in
Shit.
21 years of me. Well, I wasn't
Shit. I
challenging you
listen to
21
that.
years ago,
But
but in the
Jimmy,
last
that's fair.
5 years,
It depends on the period, though. It depends on the period too, though.
Yeah,
Because if it's a
yeah, yeah,
late
yeah,
period,
yeah. What? Yeah,
it's a little bit different.
it was the end. Yeah. You're right. Which period you in? Yeah,
yeah,
But,
yeah,
absolutely.
but,
depending
but,
on
but,
which
but
period
listen,
you're in.
here, guys, my original point was people always talking about, hey, shout out to Corey. I saw Corey, was that Corey that did something at the White House? Was that his brother? No, it was Chuck. No, it was Chuck. No, it was Chuck. That was his brother.
Probably Chuck.
It
It
was
ain't
Chuck.
no Corey.
Right, Chuck. So,
Wow, that's good. That's good.
no, it was a
Congratulations,
shout out. It was good.
congratulations, Chuck.
So what I'm saying is, people talk about they want information, right? People talk about, so think about this. Think about this. This is how I look at it.
Okay.
You spend money, you give Nike money,
Mhm.
you give the Marriott money, you give Southwest Airlines money, you give Chick-fil-A money,
Mhm.
you drive in an industry, you give mobile gas money,
Mhm.
but then there's an event that actually has something to do with you getting what you want, which is a scholarship, and you choose not to participate. But guess what you're doing? Consumers. You give it. You making sure everybody else eat but yourself.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
And
But
guess
they
what?
still don't.
It's the
You know
one,
what,
but how to, it's the one thing that's free. It was the one thing that was free
Coach?
because
Coach.
everything else costs.
Coach. Listen to me. What you saying? For 6 years, we have been giving these parents this information, and we got somebody in 2022 that'll come on here and say that. What that done showed me, man, everybody just ain't gonna get it. Some people you ain't gonna save. Some people they just ain't gonna get it, Jimmy. I'm telling I am coming to figure this thing out. This college basketball, man, everybody is not gonna play it. Your kids getting a scholarship and all of that, that's on you, parent. That ain't on the AU coach, the summer coach, the video guy. That ain't on Jimmy Hicks. All he tell you, I give you the opportunity. Have your kid showed up at the uncommon basketball event and paid $100 to try to get in this event? Have your kid exhausted? Y'all keep, I just don't understand, Chris. In 2023, we sold all of this information, had every coach in the world on this show, giving all this information. If you don't go back and look at the old shows. I'm sorry,
Adam,
Chris.
just like Coach V said yesterday, he made a great point.
Uh-huh.
He says, "Tell me what has changed." So people talk about social media all you want.
Mm-hmm.
Social media don't get you no damn scholarship.
No.
I'm sorry. You can social media yourself. You can tweet all you want.
No.
That is ridiculous. Stop paying people to help you. They cannot help you with this.
Say that again.
They cannot help you with this. My job is on the line. You understand that? We book a ticket to go to a game and get a rental car. Go see the pastor. Go see the cousin. Go see the aunt. Go see the coach. Go see the counselor. And then watch you play and still sit there. Call Jimmy and still sit there and scratch our head. Jimmy, am I lying? Because this is what they don't understand. I'm about to get on a plane and fly to the next city and do it all over again. And not only am I doing it, 3 other assistant coaches are doing it. So think about it. Each one of us is probably recruiting 5 guys each. We probably got 20 guys for 3 scholarships. How do you been in the draft room? Now you put us together. Now you got coaches like Jimmy say with agendas. It's hard, man. So to think that you're going to tweet your way through all that, you out of your rabbit. To think you're going to Instagram your way, highlight your way, you are out of your mind.
And sometimes it's best not to send some of these highlights I saw. Man, the highlights some of these guys send me, man, you better hide that damn highlight.
Listen, man, I'll say this. When people say, oh, the coach did this, or he didn't get an NIL deal, and I listen, I'm like, what the hell are you talking? Who told you that? But you know what I learned, Jimmy? I know what I learned? People would rather hear the greatest thing about themselves. I heard a situation the other day about a mom crying like a baby because her son's not playing a particular sport, and the son's a walk-on. I'm like, hold on. They get paid. A coach gets paid to recruit kids that are on scholarship. What made you think that a kid they had to pay no money to get is going to play in front of the kid that they had to pay money to get?
I ain't never looked at it like that.
Jimmy, you feel where I'm coming from?
Oh.
All day. You
There
know
is no way.
Oh.
God's green earth that I am putting a kid. Dude, I swear to God, I went through this. I can't even say his name. This is a true story. I got to tell the story. I'm the head coach of Texas Tech. And he knows this story, and I can't say the kid's name.
Okay.
Comes to my office. And the former coach played him a lot the year before. And as soon as I got the job, I said, listen, you're never getting out there. He said, what? I said, you're never getting out there. He said, what do you mean? I said, I don't care what happens. You will not get on that floor. I have to have 4 players for you to get out there. You're racist. I said, no, I'm not racist. You're a walk-on. The other guy's on scholarship. What would it look like if I put you out there before them when they got a scholarship to play here? Are you crazy? It would look like we don't know what we're doing. Years later, the coach that took over after me told him that he was going to put him out there. Told him, right? And never did. Because me and the kid fell out. We ended up being best friends. You know why? He called me and says, you know what? I'm sorry for what I did. I respect you now because you told me the truth. The other guy didn't. I'm just telling you. When I had to get mad at me when I said, listen, man, you'll never.
Chris, this is the kid. This young man. This young man needs to be on the chop shop really soon. We want to hear that testimony. See, this is where we at. Remember, we asked this for many people. Don't ask much. Just that when it don't go the way that you claim and declare it's going to go, I'm just asking you to come on back and give a testimony. That's like I'm still waiting on people to tell me, give me the cases. of those Division I players, that all those that paid, the parents may have paid money for marketing, the text message packages, and all of that, that it worked out for you. I'm looking for those still. And the people like, oh man, you just, there you go shooting slug. No, it's not a slug. I'm really trying to provide and conduct and gather intel on the ones that felt good. They spent that money yesteryear or yesterday or yestermonth, and it's worked out great for you. Now, I'm talking about after the fact. Now, the ones that's doing it and you're in the midst of it, you're not going to declare defeat this early. Because you're going to say, just wait, because they've been told you to wait on the process. You know, just hold tight. You got to go a couple more, you have to go and attend a couple more of Coach V's camps. So you still got time. I'm talking about the ones that went through and the 12th grade is up.
Mhm.
Who do you know that got a Division I scholarship that didn't already have Division I, was a Division I prospect?
Wasn't always recruited. Wasn't already
Yes.
being recruited.
Mhm.
So like I know, like this is all I'm asking. And
But
people,
Jimmy,
nobody has given me a single name yet. And I'm saying, like, okay, so why are you going to follow suit and think you're going to get different results? And that is nothing more than a ploy, a plea. People done that for years before social media.
So think about this. So think about what Jimmy's saying. There will be people that will call me and say, Chris, can you help me? I say, yeah, I can help you. I look at their kid. I said, damn, bro. Do you know how many kids are just like your kid? Thousands. Now they want me to use a relationship, because that's what it comes down to, guys. I don't cold call. I got a laundry list of guys that are head coaches or assistant coaches. I say, hey, man, I want you to check this kid out. Think about this. I'm on TV. I talk about basketball for a living. I've been a head coach. I played at the highest level. I coach at the highest level. And they still do this to me. I don't know, Chris. I'm like, what? So you think, so think about that. So you think you're going to tweet your way past that? I mean, think about it. No. It's like you said about the summer league. Think about that. It's people don't like they just don't like if you're not using Jimmy Hicks, you're whether you no matter how you feel about him,
Right.
you're hurting yourself.
Hurt yourself. I mean,
You're hurting yourself. Even if you don't like Robert Hatter. If you grow up in Houston, Texas,
right.
and you got a chance to be a professional player, whether you want to use Robert Hatter's firm or not to use Robert Hatter's intelligence is crazy.
At least call me.
It's crazy.
They don't understand. Information is the most valuable thing, the right information. But Chris, I think most people are so busy learning the tricks of the trade, they
get tricked. They get tricked.
And they never learn the trade.
Mm.
Chris, think about it. They so busy trying to learn the tricks of the trade, they never learn the trade.
One thing I do know this when it comes to getting a scholarship. I've been in those rooms for 25 years. That shit is hard. It's hard.
Somebody just text me, Chris, to ask you this, Chris.
Hard.
Chris, somebody just want to text me, and I got to give it to you. He said,
Chris.
Okay. He said, ask Chris if a walk-on can help you win. Why wouldn't he touch the floor?
No. So delete that text. No. Next question. What you got for me?
Okay. I asked you.
Hold up. You know what we tell walk-ons when they come on the team?
What?
You know what we tell them?
What?
Because they have this thing, preferred walk-on.
Right.
And Jimmy asked me about what preferred means. Preferred doesn't mean that you get to play. Preferred is an academic designation. Preferred means you get preferred status that you can enroll the same way the athletes enroll so you can practice at certain times. That's what preferred means. You got people running around thinking preferred means that they on the team.
Oh, thank you, Chris.
No, they on the team. They think they on scholarship.
I mean, like they're playing. Yeah. Like they're going to play. That has nothing to do with playing. Next point. You know what I tell a kid when he wants to walk on? I say, listen, man, we would love to have you. But let me tell you, get on that floor. You can wear that uniform. You ain't never playing, though. Are you okay with that, yes or no? Because here's your benefit. You get to go everywhere the team goes. You get to eat. You get the same shoes they get, right? You get the same, academic support that they get. You get all those different things. You ain't never getting on that floor. Are you okay with that, yes or no? You know what they say every time? I'm okay with that. Deep down inside, you know they're not. Think about it. Because most of them were kids that were all districts, could have been all state, especially when you're talking about Duke and some of them places. Them kids, they probably could go play at a low Division I or Division II. And you sit there and say, never look at me. That person that texts you that ignorant comment, look at me, look in my eyes. Like the Rock say, look in my eyes. You're never, unless we up 1,000 or down 1,000, you're never getting on that floor. Do you understand that? Warm-ups is the only time you get on that floor at halftime. Are you okay with that, yes or no?
Chris,
come on,
hold up. Chris, they should tell Chris it's hard, but it's not impossible. Another one. This is another one, Chris. They look at Jimmy.
You know what? Let me take this one. You're absolutely right. It's not impossible because it happens very, very rare. It just happened at Texas A&M with Chris Collins from Friendswood High School. He was a walk-on and ended up J.J. Caldwell did not qualify. So the kick return coverage lined up properly for him to be able to get on the court and start. Then a couple of years later, he was back to his walk-on status. I mean, not walk-on, back to that bench, realizing, oh shoot, man, this stuff. They all.
Jimmy, that's necessity though. It's not impossible. That's a different. I'm saying initially.
It happened at U of H. It happened with U of H. The kid who played with your son had one of the brothers.
Wesley Van Beck.
It happened with Van Beck. And it happens every so often. So you're going to use those odds to risk the future and the college experience on your son's back or your daughter's back. That's what you're telling me you're willing to do. You're willing to say, you know what? That one guy walked on water. Well, walk your ass out there in the Gulf of Mexico and keep walking it. Because Jesus walked on water.
I don't even listen to people. I don't even listen to people to talk like that. It's insane. Well, I can make the league. You can't. Man, shut up, man. Shut up. Here's the benefit. We need to do Hard Knocks college basketball. They do that crap stuff on the NBA. They need to do Hard Knocks the NBA. People don't know how hard it is. Even Hard Knocks with the Detroit Lions, they ain't going in enough. You know what you don't see? You know what they don't show, which I wish they showed everybody?
What?
A quarterback and how much he got to study. Or a running back and have to know all them protections. Like, they never show that part. They never show how many hours that them dudes, the reason why Tom Brady is Tom Brady. But how many hours? Forget about the game. You only watching the game. They don't just show up and play the game. They have to spend hours off the court.
Well, can I give my people some hope? Can I give them something?
No. Hell no. That's dumb as hell.
No. I'm just telling you. Y'all remember out here, y'all. Because, Jimmy, we almost done. David was nobody, y'all, until he knocked out Goliath, Chris.
No, stop that.
Hold up. Keep preparing. Because you never know when you have opportunity to shine. That's all I'm going to tell them. Keep preparing now. In whatever whatever your endeavor is, not in basketball.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because basketball just might not be me. Chris, I told you, I was with Robert telling me, man, I'm finna go up here. I ain't thinking about no summer league and no G League. Man, I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Because he had you, had it. Because he had you.
But I didn't want him to do it.
I understand that, but he would, if he didn't have you around him, a strong father figure, his ass would have been in that summer league. Trust me. So here's the point. I'm saying,
right.
If parents really want to do this thing the right way, right? And they were, oh, there you go again. Make sure your education is intact, because I said it before, there's billions of dollars that are given out in academic aid and only hundreds of millions in athletic aid.
Boy,
You got a better chance of getting a scholarship being smart.
that's a
But
good
they
one.
know,
That's the real.
But Chris, deep down inside, a lot of the people that have understand the parents is on one side of the fence. It's the persons of influence. The parents, if they're lucky, they go through this one time. If you're lucky, you go through it one time.
One time, right, right.
But the people of influence, when you are
Oh yeah.
at the level of being a prospect for as a result of playing basketball, a Division I prospect. Let's get that out there straight. Then you're likely to have a person, at least one person of influence. Really, I'm gonna say two nowadays, because persons of influence mean people that's been through it and supposed to have been there and done that before. Supposed to have had kids or families in that situation where they shared advice or intel, and however it may have worked out, it worked out. But so that means the persons of influence know those odds. So why isn't it a prerogative? Why isn't it hammered into the whole process while these kids are in the 9th, 10th grade right now? Everybody wants the kid to come work out every day after school. Why not bring that book with you when you work out? Because know what's going to happen? Or know what's going to happen? Sooner or later, you're going to get bored, and you're going to open that book or read the back of it. It's going to open up. You're going to drop it, pick it up. Your thumb might be on the page where you need to study. That's not done, and they know that. So guess what? It's almost like people out here, and now people are paying. Understand, Chris? Times have changed. They're paying to be lied to. It's like whoever can tell me the best lie, I want to give you a bag.
Jim, I heard this country song the other day. It said, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Man, these people, man, it's.
So I'm looking at the comment. This is a funny thing. So
What
Fort
did he
and
say?
Paula said,
What did he
Chris
say?
have any children, right? So I don't know what direction they're going. So this is what people normally say, because I'm so hard on it. I've been a surrogate father to about 50 of them that played Division I college.
Sure have.
That played Division I scholarship. That have Division I scholarship that played my program in like probably 4 years. And if you ask every last one of them, they say, "Yo,
Yeah.
that dude's crazy.
Yeah.
That dude's crazy." Because you know what I knew? You know what I knew? I watched Chris Rock, a special on Chris Rock, Tambourine. You know what? And you know what he said in Tambourine? And I'm only quoting him. He says, "I got to prepare my kids for Whitey. I got to prepare them for Whitey. I got to." What he really was saying was, "I got to prepare them for the real world." And every one of my parents, every one of my kids will let you know. Listen, man. Hey, homeboy, this is a results-driven business.
Absolutely.
I care about the process. Don't get me
Right.
wrong. I'm a process-oriented guy. This is a results-driven business. If you're not interested in doing that over there, go play for that homeboy over there. That ain't what this is, because we're putting resources into you. Myself and my experience being one of them. We start adding my money to it. If you ain't about business, if you ain't about academics, if you ain't about understanding how the system works, you got to go, homeboy. We ain't doing that. So they get that real world lesson right away. Period. I'm telling you, it don't work like that, man. That's what people don't get. So again, they're like, "Oh, but if you had kids, you would think differently." Get the hell out of here. You lost your mind. No, I wouldn't. That's the problem. Y'all out there coddling and acting like PGWs and won't go to a symposium and get the right information and then wish and hoping on a prayer that you'll get a scholarship, knowing that the numbers are against you. You probably got better off getting a chess scholarship. I'm just saying, if you want to get a scholarship, if a scholarship is the goal, there's 9 million ways to get a scholarship. Why does it have to be in basketball?
Because I can go, Jimmy, I can go back to church and tell
I
everybody.
want to prove you wrong.
And I want to prove you wrong.
They want to prove the desire for some folk to prove other folk wrong. It reminds me of the cartoon Tom and Jerry. You would rather shoot up the house trying to catch the
That
mouse.
mouse.
That's what happens.
Tear up the whole house trying to get that little dude up there.
Trying to get that mouse.
That's right.
You know, have you ever been driving in your car and maybe something in your car, maybe a fly may have got in when you open the door, you didn't know it.
Oh, I hate that.
And you fly and you drive, you got to make a split-second decision. If you and there's some people out there that probably haven't done it, and if you go and take your eyes off the road to swat that fly,
you in trouble.
what could possibly happen?
You're right.
To you and not necessarily the vehicle, but to your ass.
Yeah.
Depending on where you're driving at. In some situations, that's what people be willing to do to kill that fly. They will be willing to just do what it do. They're going to hit you in the next lane, flip over 3 times. I got that fly.
Hey,
let me say this before
Scott.
you go, Chris. Now let me go. Chris,
Go on.
and I want to share this with y'all. Trish, really, you know, I'm saying this for him. I know y'all playing, and I hope y'all are. We got to protect people like Chris. He ain't a dream killer. He just giving y'all the truths of this thing of 20-something years in this business. I mean, I've learned. I know Jimmy said earlier that I don't listen to him. I listen. I just don't. I like to mess with him like I ain't listen. But these guys,
we know that.
these guys has gave me so much information that helped me guide my way. I didn't know all of this stuff, ladies and gentlemen, because you in the pro sports is way different from amateur basketball. Amateur basketball is a different animal. That's why I take my hat off to guys like Doug and all them guys that be in them gym, sitting on them hard-ass bleachers. I like to sit on them cushion-ass seats like I was sitting the other night. I can't do that. I take my hat off to them guys. So when all he's doing is telling you about his experience. He brought me in a gym one time, and he was in there talking about, I said, Chris, he said, just go around. I bet you every one of these dudes in there think they mix the NBA. And I went around the gym, and every last one of them little non-playing ass kids said they was going to go to the NBA. And guess what? I know all of them. Ain't now one of them got a sniff. So Chris was right. We done went through that cycle. These guys, now one of them playing overseas in the whole gym, one of them playing overseas. He ain't make it to the NBA.
Hey, Adam, when you saw the kid that played for franchise, did you know he was a pro? Absolutely. Who am I talking about?
John Henson.
Absolutely. Like people don't
I knew he was a pro when I saw him. Why you think I'm
when you saw Jimmy, when you saw Justice Winslow or Jared Vanderbilt,
pro?
that's what people don't get. Like
But
we know when we see them.
Here's what you understand something to sell though. You have to realize, Chris. Remember, people are paying now for people to lie or fabricate stories about the talent level of their son. So this is what's at stake now. So that means a lot of people feel compelled to keep telling you, listen, if you go there's right now, let's take it out of the high school. I mean, out of this plane and advance it one level.
Okay.
There's some kids. I went down to the next level pro league. No excuses. I said next.
Okay.
I'm thinking about the no excuses pro league.
Uh-huh.
I heard one of my trips down. I went down about maybe 3-4 times this summer. Mm-hmm. And one of the times I'm down there, I'm ear hustling from a couple of little cats sitting in a few feet over.
Uh-huh.
And one of the kids is in college playing against guys that's a seasoned overseas pro. Mm-hmm. Kid hit a couple of buckets, and they like, this dude, he'll need to be. That dude don't need to be playing overseas. This dude here the dude. And I'm like, my mind, like, this dude been playing overseas for like 10 years. Mm-hmm. This dude he's probably playing tonight, working on his left hand off the glass shots. Mm-hmm. And you don't even know it. Mm-hmm. Certain pros go in pro-am, they working on nothing but bank shots tonight.
Absolutely.
Nothing but left shots tonight. Nothing but I'm going with the left. I'm not going. Certain guys now, not saying everybody, but there are certain guys I know for a fact when they playing in some of these leagues, that's what they're coming out and doing.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it because now you're going against them and you saying, man, I shut him down. He couldn't even go right. Dude Dude had already said he wasn't gonna shoot no right hand jumpers
Yeah,
tonight.
he working on
He
his
worked
left.
on his left. Some guys working on bounce passes. Some guys working on feeding the post tonight. You don't know that. And you going after him. You make 2 buckets now. This dude, your kid need to be a pro. So now back it back to the high school level. Your little tiny scores. Let me tell you something. If you start on varsity at virtually any school in the country, then before your career is over, you're going to, let me tell you what you're probably likely going to do. If you start on varsity, you're going to score 20 points one time, at least. You're going to reach it. And guess what? Somebody you're going to do it against. It could be Jared Vanderbilt you do it against. And that doesn't mean, and he might score 2 points that game. That's the
Don't
worst.
matter.
Some people, it don't matter.
Don't matter.
It don't matter. Because then now it's the game after the game. You come back next game, you go back to your old self. You score 4 points. So now what we supposed to say? We supposed to take that, and then the game of the day, you score 8 points. We're supposed to take that 20 or that 4 and that 8 or that 5.5 you average the whole year.
But Jimmy, this is the part you leaving out. 2 things I'm gonna make. If you want to play Hatter, if you want to play offensive lineman, left tackle in the NFL, can you be 6 foot 175?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir. So it doesn't matter. Man, I played this high school. I could block like crazy. Oh boy. If you ain't 6'5", 300 pounds, they ain't even looking at you. It don't matter.
Can't get in the building.
So the person that scores 20 points, is he 6'5"? Is he 6'6"? What, he 5'8"? Yeah, please.
No,
So and the other thing is about the dream killer. If you're a diabetic, like if you're a person that's a diabetic, and you come to the doctor say, listen, man, I know how much you love chocolate cake. And I know how much you love drinking beer and all that kind of stuff. But if you keep getting this stuff, you're gonna get gangrene. I'm gonna have to cut your foot off one day, or you're gonna die. You can't have sugar anymore. What are you gonna do? You gonna keep eating sugar?
No.
So what I'm saying is, if I tell you that your heart is going to defunk after a certain time if you keep smoking, are you gonna keep doing it?
No.
So basically, my 25 years in this is like a doctor. I'm saying, listen, you can keep smoking and you might live. You can keep eating cake and you might be all right. Why would you take that chance? I'm telling you that you've never sat in a room with coaches in a bullpen and the way they would talk about your son. Or Hatter, like you say about Lamar Jackson, you go in there, all they doing is telling them what he ain't. So it's hard as a mom to hear that shit. What you mean? That's why you can't represent yourself.
That's why.
So that's what I'm saying. People want to change the system. So all I'm saying is I'm not dream killing. I can look at a kid and say that kid has a chance, that kid doesn't. And the parent that I say doesn't, do you want my suggestions of what you should do? If I were you, wow, okay. I remember I told this kid, I'll never forget this. I said, wow, that kid can really jump. Terrible instincts for basketball. But you know what? He's 6'6", he can fly, and he's athletic. If I were you, I'd try to play volleyball at UCLA and get a scholarship. You crazy? No, he could get a scholarship at UCLA playing volleyball. So he want to think he can play basketball at UCLA. The goal is to get a scholarship. I'm telling you, with his profile, he can get a scholarship at UCLA, the same place. But he got to play volleyball. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You sell. Think about what I just did. I redirected. Tell them you're gonna get what you want, and they say I don't know what I'm talking about.
You know what, Jimmy? I'm gonna finish on this one, but I thought about something. A lot of the things we do is like breathing. Okay, you know how we just breathe. Thinking is not like breathing. Okay, breathing is instinctive. You just can do it. Thinking takes effort. Some people, we just want to breathe. You know, a lot of things it's like breathing. Sometimes you got to think. You got to just think this thing out. And when you got people who've been giving you this information for 6 years, but you still gonna say, hold on, Chris, I saw something else. We didn't, after all we said, Mr. Walker, you just said everybody eats. If that's the case, everybody cannot eat. Only some. I don't understand when people just select it. Because we're not thinking, Chris. We're just breathing. People just saying stuff. Tell me which exactly what I just don't understand.
Here's the last thing I'll say.
Okay.
People amaze me, right?
Right.
Well, I'm paying for a trainer, so
Yeah.
well, I bought him the best shoes, so what? So. When you go to your job, it don't matter how smart you are, do they just promote you? No.
No.
When you go to your job, it don't matter how many hours you work, do they just give you a high raise, a pay raise? No. But all of a sudden, because you're your kid, you think you deserve something that the world just ain't giving you. I tell people like my old coach used to tell me. He said, Chris, 90% of the people in this world don't, I'm sorry, there's 2 billion people in China that don't even know you're going through what you're going through, right? Let me say that another way. There's 2 billion people in China that don't even know what you're going through. I'll say it another way. There's 90% of the people in this world don't care that you have problems. And the other 10% are glad you're going through it.
Oh, I saw that
Okay.
somewhere. I saw that. Get us
Come
out of
on
here,
now.
Jimmy. Get us out of here, man.
You guys make sure you share the show if you hadn't. This is one of those shows that you definitely want to go back and watch again and get some notes and maybe get inspired. And this stuff, guys, a lot of you, I think a lot of y'all know what time. Y'all know. And remember, it ain't the message. Sometimes it just might be the messenger.
Yeah.
So it's up to you to cipher through that. And cipher through. There are some guys on TV and calling the games. I don't even like listening with the volume up. That's the messenger. And I might be missing some good stats he might be giving out, but that's the messenger. If that's what it is, then you just call it and call it for what it is. Instead of you excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse and trying to fight it. And then you fighting at the expense of something that you love very dearly, more than anybody else. And that's your kids. Don't let this stuff distract you. Don't let this stuff distract you.
Absolutely.
Right now, school is just getting in.
Yes, getting in.
Grades are about to come out in a second.
Wow.
When the last time you sit down with your kid and just went over their homework instead of just asking them, did they do it? It don't mean you got to know how. Your kid don't know that you don't know the Pythagorean theorem. You can sit there and just hold a book and act like you know. He don't know what you don't know. Think about that. You get it? Okay, this okay. He don't know that you don't know how to read. So you don't have to go and read to him, but just go and make sure and insert yourself into the equation. If grown folk is contacting your kids, then why? That's a red flag. Why don't they contact you first?
Absolutely. That's out of pocket.
And people do it so much to whereas everybody think it's cool.
Dude, Jimmy,
Everybody think
I'll
it's
just
cool.
butt in before you go. The number one recruit that I missed out on because I did that, and that was, and listen, I consider myself an excellent recruiter. But you know the mistake I made with one of those players doing exactly what Jimmy just said was Lori Dotson. Right? Remember, Jimmy? That is a true story. No matter what, Lori knows this. You don't ever do that. I don't care what the kid situation is, the family situation, it don't matter. That is not the way you operate. And I believe we lost that recruit because of that. True story. So
Man,
as Jimmy said, you need people to come on the chop shop and tell people, here I am saying, running my mouth talking about recruiting. We make mistakes too, trying to figure it out and work around. And another person this happened with, I get the job at a certain school. We're recruiting this kid. It's a true story. I take over. Guy gets a head job. I go to this school. I'm now in charge of recruiting him. I start recruiting him. The dad says, hell no, y'all can't recruit him. I said, what do you mean we can't recruit him? He says, because such and such coach tried to build a relationship with my son and drive a wedge between us, and he tried to go around me. I said, listen, man, that dude is gone now. I'm affiliated with the school. He didn't go to this school. He was doing his thing. He says, I don't care. You guys will never be able to recruit my son. I said, but hold on. Your son idolized one of our players. I'm giving him all the, good talker Walker stuff. And he says, Chris, we can hang out, we can have a beer, but my son ain't never setting foot on that campus. Do you know who that player was? Kyrie Irving. True story.
Wow.
True story.
You told me about him.
Dread Irving. That is a true story. So it don't work that way.
That man said Bookman is on fire today. Booger, Booger, you getting it in today, Booger.
Oh man, hey, you guys, man, it's time to slide on down Dino's back and Yabba Dabba do this thing on this Women Rock Wednesday. I want to leave you guys with some Black history right now. I can't think of the young lady's name.
Bookman wish he looked as good. Had to actually look like you had her.
Come on, Jimmy, man. I can't. Y'all, I'm done with y'all.
And well, what I want to leave you guys with was
Black history.
I guess it's a young man in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and name is Elijah Muhammad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this father had a daughter who was the youngest to ever enrolled in the college in black in that state. It's a small school in Oklahoma. I don't have the name of it. How you might can pull it up. Now, she was 13 years old. Now since has gotten multiple degrees. His son is 12 years old. Now the daughter is older. The son just enrolled in the same college and broke the sister's record as the youngest to ever enroll in college. The son graduated with an associate's degree and the high school diploma at the same time. They call them dual credits classes. The son's name is Elijah Muhammad Jr. Guess who was the teacher of both of them? Elijah Muhammad Sr., their father. That black man, if any of y'all in Oklahoma know that
Langston University, Jim. We
want him on the Chop Shop. We want to give him his flowers, man. He can have a whole hour. We want to talk about that. They homeschooled his kids to the fact where they are in college at 13 and 12 years old. Hey man, y'all can look man. Look that story up. Somebody got the link posted on in the Boom Boom Room so others can read. This is a heart-grabbing story on Women Rock Wednesday.
I wonder why his daddy named him Elijah Muhammad. I just wonder why.
I mean, he ain't gonna be eating with Chris no time soon.
No. Chris can cook out. Yeah, we don't pork. Chris like that pork.
Well, anyway, guys, man, we see y'all, leave y'all with that, some good knowledge. That's what you get on the Chop Shop. If you're a first-time viewer, make sure you share the show to your timelines, to your groups. Spread the word about the Chop Shop. We'll be right back at you on tomorrow, 12 to 2 Central Time. Don't forget the release of the schedule for the Hoopsgiving Classic. Highly anticipated. Everybody's been waiting on that schedule. It's coming out tomorrow, and it is on fire. Also, we have revamped and re-updated the rankings for the class of 2024 and 2025 on rcsports.com. rcsports.com, the rankings, we've expanded them to 60 to include 60 players in both of those classes. So that means 2024, 2025, as well as 2023 all have a top 60 equally on the list. They will be expanded to 100 in the magazine when it comes out in November at the season opener. But for now, go over to rcsports.com, check out the new list, see if somebody you know has is on there and moved up or down in there. And guess what?
I'm looking at it right now. I love this list.
And on tomorrow, we'll get Archie Young and Doug Jones to chime in and explain some of this stuff, because we wrote an article. If you don't understand how the rankings are comprised, I wrote a detailed post in the VIP news. And guess what? I strongly encourage you to go there. I saw somebody post something earlier. The first time it looked like that post. That don't mean he was a first time viewer. He was a first time poster. That's the thing. A lot of people, there are hundreds of people that watch the Chop Shop every day that does not count towards that little small number that you see on their screen. I can promise you that. I guarantee you, just like you scroll your butt through and you have autoplay on your phone, in your smartphones, and autoplay when you're scrolling on social media, it automatically plays the video. But that's what happens with the Chop Shop. So that means as long as you don't touch that video, a lot of people are sitting there watching right now, looking at their phone, laughing.
The people who send me the text about Chris, they ain't nowhere on the damn feed. Nowhere. But they know what the hell is going on this show.
I said hundreds. I'm talking about thousands probably. I've been thousands that watch this thing. And a lot of college coaches don't want a lot of parents to know that they're watching it. And a lot of people at work don't want their coworkers to know that they're watching it on the job. Right. So understand, just because, trust me, the reach. If you think I'm joking, you go somewhere and say Chop Shop or put it on or put us on while you out and about and watch somebody in the room gonna be like, you watching the Chop Shop? And them dudes crazy. That's the thing. And guess what? We can be whatever you want us to be. Ooh. But we are definitely informative. And that's what we are. So appreciate you guys.
I like that class of 25, Jimmy. I like that class 25.
I remember.
Kind of liking that class.
It's a very deep, top-heavy class. There's going to be at least 8 to 10 high majors from that particular class. I'm telling you right now, 8 to 10, Chris, 8 to 10 high majors.
And you bank it, buddy.
Jimmy, you've never had 8 to 10 high majors ever.
Yes, we have. We've had that stuff several times. Are you serious?
Get out of here, man.
You recruited a kid from a deep. Our last deep class was 2012. 2012 was a pretty deep class.
Real deep.
That was when Warner Bell, Michael Carey, Cameron Ridley, L.J. Rose, Jamaica Reed, all those guys were in that class.
With Shepard, Winston, Rashid
Suleiman. That was a deep.
Michael Reese.
That was a deep, top-heavy class. Remember, I should just call myself the weatherman because I'm telling you, I'm forecasting this stuff. I'm telling you guys, this 2025 class is very deep on the top end. I'm not saying it's going to have 40 Division I players, but for as high majors, they're back.
I mean, if you get 8, that's a lot. It's a deep class.
That's a deep.
What's up, Lori Dodson? Look at Lori Dodson.
Lori, what's up, baby?
What year was Damon?
Damon 14.
What was he, 12?
Damon 12, ain't he?
Was Damon 12 or 13? 2012? I think he was 2012.
Yeah, he was 12. Chris, you should know Damon Dodson.
Damon Dodson.
He was 12.
No.
He wasn't 13?
Oh, you know what? He was
12. He was 12, Chris.
He was part of that class.
That's why Lori didn't let him go to your college with your ass. You don't even remember.
God's great.
I'm giving you guys this stuff.
I told you, God is great, beer is good, and people are crazy. Come on, Jim. That's a country song. Find it, Jim.
We up out here from the hater.
Hold up, Josh Gray, Jimmy. Josh Gray.
Josh Gray was in that class 2012.
Yeah.
And I remember I was in the building when he got that offer from Texas Tech.
When
he got the real offer from the boss. I was in the building.
What you saying? What you talking about? Chris Walker? Man, I'm finna hang up. Jim, I'm finna put you off the screen. Talking about Chris wasn't the real offer from Chris.
No.
He wasn't. He talking about different. He's talking about when he offered him.
Oh,
I coached him.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you just stole him. Oh, Chris just came and stole him later. That's right.
Josh played.
I just wrote the checks.
Yeah. That class was deep, dude, on the top end. Top end deep.
Yeah.
And we're not even counting the non-qualifiers. We talking about the guys that actually shoot. But we'll see you guys.
We'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Oh, yeah, I got to get out of here.
On your way out the door. Peace, Chop Shop.
All right, bye.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop.